Welcome back, babies. This is Shonen Pulse, episode 58. This is Yato. I'm joined with Papa Traffy.
Yo.
We ain't got Knox this week, Easter stuff, and you know how I go. We had to record a little bit late. Happy Easter to everybody that celebrates. Shout out to y'all. Hope y'all doing well out there. But the usual, we cover manga on this podcast. A couple of them ended recently, and we still got a few more that we talk about. But we talk about no longer Chainsaw Man, but Centuria, Dandadan, Shangri-La Frontier, Yakuza, Ranger Reject, Ichi The Witch, Kinato's Magic, and Kagurabachi. If you read any of those, hit up them sections, drop some comments. Especially if you're a Shangri-La Frontier, bro, hit that section up, brother. We've been needing some SLF comments in the comment section, and just share the video to anybody that you know that might listen or read any of the manga that we cover. Man, I don't know why I'm so rusty today, but anyway, it's because it's a Monday. But yeah, hit the buttons, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button, share it, and we read the comments at the end, some of the comments, and talk about our top favorite chapters of the week. Whatever. Yeah, let's just jump into it, man. We starting off with Centuria chapter 87, One Arm. And I'm gonna let you take it because you was kind of hype about this one. Go ahead and speak your piece.
Yeah. So I absolutely adored this chapter. And it was mainly because of Siodric as a character. Like, in any normal manga, this situation would pop up and Siodric would look like the villain. Now, he does come off ruthless. Don't get me wrong. Man is bloodthirsty. But it's like, because of the actions he's taking, it feels justified against who he's taking those actions.
Yeah.
This happening to Helm, you're like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Just get her ass out of here.
But I love every bit of character information we've been getting for him because, like, he may love to fight, he may be bloodthirsty, but at the end of the day, he's an honorable dude, and like he has his code.
Yeah.
Like, he has this close relationship with Zira, and normally a character that's this strong would kind of look down on a weaker character.
Yeah. I do really like that he listens to Zira and like considers her thoughts and feelings on these situations and stuff like that. He respects her. And I'm not sure if it's just because she was so close with Arcos before, or if like she's shown him like a great deal of respect in their time knowing each other. But she seems very very close to him, even though like we knew that she was Arcos's kind of maid or whatever. So it's interesting to see another character that she is able to kind of interact with in that way, even though we didn't see her really, chopping it up with Arcos to this level. Like the way she talks with Siodric is very, she's being respectful, but she's telling him like, killing him would be a bit. Like it
Yeah.
wouldn't be very convenient for me. It's like this dude could kill you too. Like, yeah, like kill all three of y'all. It would be nothing to him. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
then and like to add on to that, not only is the characterization in this chapter for Siodric, it's also for Zero because like we're getting a look inside of her head.
Yeah.
She feels that she's changing, and then the entire conflict that she's having is like, it wouldn't be so bad if Helm died, but at the same time, she's looking out for Altus, and
Yeah.
it's that unsureness that keeps Helm alive here.
I do like that. Like the writing and the depth here is getting good because Helm also factored that in. Like she thinks to herself, as after Siodric doesn't murder her, that like it was a good idea to bring Zira here. So that means that she at least can would probably, since she cared about Arcos, it's like, yeah, she's not gonna let me die because she doesn't know what happens if I die, and like I know she cares for Arcos. So there's this like chess game going on that Helen is playing, and she knows that people are going to end up doing what she wants, and I find that very, very good for her character, as someone who makes dolls out of people and gets them to move the way she wants them. She's really making chess moves with all these characters. It's interesting. Um, What do you think about her transferring this ownership? I guess my thought is that his power, like whatever his ability is, requires like a human sacrifice. Like he has to, after he uses his power, he has to go and murder something, or like he'll start taking like massive damage, or like he'll die himself.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Like,
she transfers them, and you can see like their souls kind of like flying to him. I guess that's to show that like he owns them. I wonder if everyone can see that. Um, because otherwise it's just like she could lie, right? Like if they can't see the souls, then that's another chess game where it's like, how do I know she's telling the truth and she actually transferred the ownership over? Because yeah, she could say that and then pass out, whether her passing out be real or fake, but like she could have also given those dolls a command to like pretend to be Seadric's soldiers or whatever. So it's
yeah,
like there's
similar
a lot of
to
layers to this.
what's going on with Lacrima.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
feel
there's
like
a
she
lot of
has to have some kind of like kill switch that would immediately put them back under her control.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping that like because Zero kind of introduced the thought of like what happens, it makes me wonder if there is going to be someone with an ability or something, or if something's going to happen later down the line where Helm is murdered, but somebody has found a way to like sever the ties to the dolls without them dying. Kind of like when Toji, when in JJK and Shibuya, when they put like the old lady's grandson or whatever nephew did the thing, and then it was like he was trying to like I guess use Toji's powers or something, but he ended up like breaking free and using. I'm hoping something like that can happen for Arcos, well for Altus, and he kind of breaks free from this spell or whatever that Helm has on him, and he can kind of become his own person even after she dies.
Oh yeah,
Because
I
I would
definitely
hate
agree with
for
that.
everyone. Yeah, I would hate for him to die. Amber, I don't want to see Amber used anymore. Like get Angval's body out of here. But like Arcos, the dude was a motherfucker, and I think it'd be very interesting to see his character do some more stuff.
Yeah, it's just the. I just got flustered for a second, so I'm just gonna start over.
Nigga, shy y'all.
Yeah, so I do like towards the end of this chapter though, when Zira is talking to Seadric, and it's the "Do you understand what I truly desire?" And then she whispers in his ear. He laughs and says, "What nonsense?" And she goes, "Yes, truly. It's the same reason I'm helping these two." And like just off the top of the dome, that makes you think that it has something to do with Arcos or Altus in general, but it's also like I feel like that's a red herring.
Yeah, yeah. Because like my first thought is that like he would want to fight Julian, but I don't see that as like her reason. So yes, like she wouldn't care about killing Julian. Like I guess if I mean I feel like they could say that out loud. I was gonna go back on what I said because technically maybe she would because Julian murdered her guy. So it's like get revenge for me too. But then she would just say that out loud, like kill
Yeah.
the guy who killed Arcos. Like she wouldn't hide that from Helm and Elstree. So maybe there's more to it.
I just like I when I first read past this, I was genuinely just like rereading it over and over again because I was trying to
Yeah.
find something, but no, like there's no hint as to what could have been whispered there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting because I didn't think about it at first because, like I said, my first thought was Julian, but then like that just seems too easy, and she would just say that out loud because everyone here knows Julian,
But yeah,
and yeah, and most of them know Diane or Diana. I keep forgetting what her name is, but like that wouldn't be a secret. So it's like, what does he want after that? Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I keep thinking that like whatever comes from the fight, like something that comes from him fighting Julian helps him reach like a further goal or something.
Maybe, yeah.
If it's what she wants too, like what she's helping them do something. I don't know. It's tough. But yeah, I think the arm was a good trade. I was definitely feeling like this is a tough spot to put your series in, where you end a chapter with a cliffhanger where a character goes like, I'm going to kill one of you, and it's like it's a shonen, so a lot of the times these type of things get interrupted. Somebody goes like, oh no, don't do anything, and then like somebody just gets slapped in the face or they get like a scar on the eye, but he took a whole arm and just charred that shit. Like it's
Yeah,
just straight
I
burnt
was
off.
not
Like,
expecting that.
yeah, the way he ripped it, like he grabbed it and just pulled it off. Like I feel like that is insane, because normally when somebody loses an arm, it's like a slash or it's like blown off by like a gunshot or like a key blast or something, or like it's done, in a quick motion, something where you can tell it was ripped like sliced off clean, but he just grabs and pulls like outward. It's like, bro, how do you not pull her body in half? I feel like maybe his powers, like whatever he's using to keep them afloat, is probably holding her like at the shoulder so it doesn't, rip her whole shit in half.
Maybe, or maybe it's just the way he was pulling on it. He did it in like, so like, if you pull on a piece of paper slowly versus like if you yank it really quick, it'll rip differently. It could be something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, that's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Um, Looking at this first page though, when last chapter ended with him just lifting them up, we didn't really get any kind of hit at what it could be. But now looking at this first page, I'm thinking it might be like a heat thing, sort of like you read Fire Force.
Yeah.
You remember that one character who had I think their name was Gold. They wore like a gold glove and they used like magnetism or something to like cause like levitation. I feel like this is like I don't there's no magnetism happening here that I know of, but I feel like this is some sort of like heat based levitation that's going on, and not just like psychic powers. Like maybe he's picking them up with like humidity or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he can make like a fire hand, I'd assume it wouldn't be too difficult to make like big fire hands to grab people.
Yeah, but like I feel like we would see that, and it's only like this
Well,
this aura around them is only present like on this one panel, and then you don't see it at all.
yeah, so I think that's just like, I don't think it needs to be visible, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like if it was like if there was like big fire hands, that would kind of add to it to let you know that they're being like crushed by flaming hands.
I
It'd
think
be a
the best way to like really show it is, like if you're looking down a road on a hot day and you can see like the waves from the heat, that would
yeah,
be the
yeah,
best way to show it. But I don't know if you can really, or at least not easily, draw that kind of effect in a manga.
yeah. Yeah, like that's exactly what I'm thinking is happening here, like the heat waves or whatever, and he's like controlling them to lift them up. But his power set is interesting because he can do shit like this, and then he can heal people, and he's a fucking muscle head. So like I can't wait to see his fight with Julian, and I hope there's no water. Like I need Julian to figure out a way to beat him without water.
This man's got the power of a phoenix.
Yeah. Now that you say that, it's like I'm kind of feeling like we might got like a Vegeta situation on our hands where like Julian beats him, but like he doesn't die. Like Julian kills him, but he doesn't die. Like he comes back and he's like, you know what? I kind of fuck with you more than like them other bitches. And it kind of becomes a situation where he's like, nobody's gonna kill Julian but me. Like I'm gonna be the one to kill you. And maybe he does kill Julian, but like he just spends like the rest of his years trying to figure out why Julian won't die, because Julian like never reveals that he's got like 99 souls. It's like I'm gonna kill you one day, and it's kind of like a Vegeta slash Evil Eye wanting to challenge Okaroon to a duel kind of situation. But he's like, not today, man. We got shit to do. I'll fight you next week, and he just keeps blowing them off.
I'd like that just because I like how they've introduced Theodric, but I feel
Yeah,
like that role should be for Altus.
man.
Albeit, I want Altus to have like his own separate storyline going on, so not like a consistent rivalry.
Yeah, I want Altus to have his own thing. Like I want them to like meet and clash, but I don't want Altus to like join the gang because we got Lacrima for that. And like, god damn it,
Well,
I don't need Lacrima and Altus and Julian all doing water powers, bro. Kill me now.
we kind of got Lacrima.
Kinda, yeah, but like I don't know. Now that I think about it, like I feel like they're like by the time the story concludes, Lacrima and Altus, like I can see them kind of dying together. Like on some brother sister, let's go out, let's free ourselves from this bullshit and die together and be at peace or something. I don't know, because I can't see Altus joining, and I feel like Altus and Lacrima's stories are kind of linked, and I don't really see one dying without the other.
I
Um,
don't know, like while their stories are linked, Altus doesn't know who Lacrima is. Like to Altus, Lacrima is not his sister, and
yeah,
to Lacrima now, you know, Arcos was a horrible brother.
yeah. But like, would she want to fix that? Like, would she want to help him be better or be the brother he could have been or something? Kind of like what Zira's doing, because Zira, she wants him to kind of live a normal life and like, yeah. How does that work? I don't know,
I
but
don't know. I just feel like there hasn't been like any writing for that, you know?
yeah,
Not
yeah.
yet, anyways.
I definitely feel like there is the author has some stuff like in mind. Like sometimes you can read a story and it's like, is he flying by the seat of his pants or what? I feel like there's definitely some things that this guy wants to do. And I feel like Zira is going to end up having some sort of plan to make it so that Altus can be free.
Yeah.
Whether it's releasing him or imprisoning Helen and Helen forever, like locking her in fucking Tartarus with her arm tied behind her back or something, so she can never do anything again. But like just not letting her die, so that the puppets can always be free. I feel like that would be a fitting in for someone like her who controls people to just like let her, force her to live, but like cover her fucking eyes and mouth and tie her to a chair in a dungeon or something. I don't know.
Jesus.
In this world, I mean, yeah, they be torturing motherfuckers. They do the rat thing on the chest where they
Yeah.
they put like they do stuff like that. Like I feel like that's getting off easy. You just tie her up and throw her in a dungeon. Like they could do way worse.
That's true. That's true.
But like just that way, because it's like we don't know, how to fucking like she definitely wants Altus free. She
Yeah.
wants the dude to live a normal life, and that's never gonna be possible as long as Helen is around.
Well,
And it's like you
okay,
can't.
so not possible as long as Helm's around, I think is a little far. There could be some magical item that could like or someone with an ability that could separate their connection. So it may not require Helm to die.
Yeah, but like it's just that's part of like the Helm's mind game where it's like you don't know, what all the conditions are. Like, does she have a kill switch? How far does the range go? Like she might pretend to only be able to control them from, 30 meters, but she actually has, unlimited range. So it's like we don't know enough
I mean,
about her ability.
from what we see at the end of this chapter, it's definitely got some range to it.
Yeah. So like I mean, before this, we definitely had talked about like, how far does it go and if she's like in control right now. I think this definitely lends to the point where it would say that, man, why am I yawning so much? Excuse
It's
me.
a
It would say
Monday.
that Hellum, yeah, yeah, Monday. Hellum's probably got some control here, but then I feel like that might be a little too obvious since it's going, whose will is guiding the pen. It's like it's either Lacrima's or it's Hellum's, but like I don't know how with the chapter focusing so much on Hellum and everyone being asleep, it makes sense that it would be Hellum, but it's like that's the misdirect. But
Yeah.
if it is Hellum, it's like, what's the significance in having her, 2 a.m. writing a letter? Like, why couldn't anyone else do this or whatever? Like, or not even a letter, like a journal. Like, is this her writing like in 2 days I'm gonna kill, Diane when Julian's asleep, and then oops, Julian found the notebook. What? I didn't write that. Like, is this what's happening? Like,
I I don't
it,
know.
like is this mind control and I drop, I set your house on fire and with somebody else's body and then you blame that guy? Is it something like that? Like this is weird because it's like she's just writing in like a book. So it's like what could come from this where it is, Helm's doing, unless like she takes, unless this was her way of like, say this is Helm controlling Lacrima to get Lacrima to write a letter to the Margrave to say like the battle was accepted or whatever, and then she just goes and like drops the notebook off, and then just goes about her day, and like nobody ever knows that Lacrima did this, and it was just like to let the Margrave know that it's on. I can see something like that.
Maybe, maybe, but that does present a lot of risks for this supposed master plan that Helm has. Like, what if someone wakes up? What if someone spotted her writing the letter or delivering the letter? I feel like there's just a lot of risks that wouldn't necessarily make sense for
Yeah,
someone as smart as Helm has been written to be.
yeah, yeah. It's tough to say, but I don't know. I think this was a pretty good chapter. I think the art was decent and pretty good. I don't think there was ever any bad parts, any bad art here. I always point it out. But yeah, Seadric's back looking buff as usual. And I don't know if we knew before, but now we know for sure that Arcos took his arm. So it wasn't like he cut it off or whatever himself to nerf himself or anything. It seems like he probably disrespected him too, because he's like, I've seen what happens. Come to think of it, I've seen what happens to those who lack respect. And then he goes, "What would Arcos have done?" So makes me think that he probably like told Arcos he was a bitch, and Arcos just kind of fucking just fucking water bomb collapsed that shit, just crushed all the water molecules in his arm or some shit.
Man. And it begs the question, like, he would have had to have disintegrated his arm since he's supposed to be like this super healer. He had to have left nothing left.
Yeah, that or like he just was like, I'll take that one. Like he respects, he accepts what happened. And is like, I'm not no bitch. I'm not gonna like regen that one
Eh,
or whatever.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. And then I like how Zira, fucking makes that comment. He's like, what should I do with these bitches? And she's like, I believe you know the answer firsthand. In fact, he's like, the fuck, and he, abuse it as ever. Normally, I kill anyone who said that because he's like talking about his fucking arm, like rip their arm off the way you ain't got no arm. Yeah, this
uh,
is an interesting chapter. Nice, fun stuff. Good conversations and just lots of questions, man. Love reading a chapter and getting lots of questions. It lets me know that like the guy has a plan.
I love the main cast, but every time we go to like another group of characters, it makes no difference to me. I love that cast as well.
Yeah, it's very good to see. To get to know your antagonist outside of them, showing up to be Team Rocket and Steel Pikachu. Like it's nice to see what they do in their own time or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this dude was doing push-ups until these bitches came in here, pissed him off, and now he's yanked an arm, gained some dolls, and he's got a duel coming up. So a lot of stuff happened, and yeah, I'm fucking ready for it. Hopefully, we're not on a break next week because this last week we had a break and that was surprising. I was like, oh man, I was looking forward to finding out what happened to Helen and Elstree, and we had to wait a week.
Yeah. Yeah. No more breaks.
Yeah,
Unless you're sick. No more
yeah,
breaks.
yeah. Unless let us know, man. If you take the week off, send the time request to Traffy. He'll approve it.
I will.
But that's gonna do it for me, man. You got anything else for this chapter?
Nah, that's it for me.
All right, well, that's gonna do it, baby. That was Centuria, chapter 87, One Arm. Now jumping into Dandadan, chapter 230 and 231. We're just gonna briefly go over 230 and mostly talk about 231 because they're kind of similar. But what's going on here? So I'll start. This whole batch of chapters has basically been 9/11 for Dandadan fans, people who are are fans of relationships and stuff like that. This it's even funnier because after last chapter we had that announcement that like Don was going to go on break for like a month or something, and then like I guess you didn't see it, but like like 4 or 5 hours later there was another tweet that was like, JK, Yukinobu said he's actually not going to take a break, so there's going to be a chapter. So like it's real weird because it came right after Chainsaw Man did the whole like it's ending, and then the like the editor note changed, and it was like to be continued, and then it did end, and then the next week, Dandadan goes full nuclear, and then goes like, oh yeah, we're taking a break, and then like, no, we're not. So it's like he really is Fujimoto's young nigga, yo. Like this is wild to like fucking ingest for the last like 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah, these chapters, I mean, I get it. People have been not really enjoying the what's happenings, but I think there's some good stuff in between there. Like like the character development. I don't know if I said it on the show, on the podcast, or if it was like on Twitter or something where I said it, but I was thinking that like I feel like this moment with Okaroon and Ira is going to end up with Ira kind of uh, taking her shot, going like, I know Okaroon likes Momo, but like Momo is kind of out of the game right now, and like maybe Okaroon, might see me, not she ain't seeing him, so maybe he'll see me and kind of like taking her shot. And I feel like in the end, she'll kind of go like, oh dang, I just at least I tried. I wanted to, put my best foot forward and see if I could, steal your heart or whatever. While there was some there's some damage there, kind of swooping in, being not a great person, but like, and maybe she'd become a better person from it. Um, I still don't feel like it that won't happen, but these last two chapters have definitely been interesting, and it's nice to see that characters like Ira is putting forth effort by like doing stuff like studying dinosaurs and stuff like that to get to know Okaroon and the subject that he is interested in more. And then Okaroon the same thing. He's like, yeah, man, we're going to this wherever they at, and he's like, he's doing research for dinosaur museums and aquariums, and he wants he wants to be a good people person in this fucking his first like big outing with a bunch of people together. I don't think they've done anything besides go to like a coffee shop or something where they were like really out in public like this before. So I feel like there's a lot of good character development that's gonna come. Ooh, I keep having hiccups and yawning, man. Excuse me on this episode, y'all. But a lot of good developments besides the this ain't a triangle, this is a square. But
Yeah. So my personal opinion on that. Well, let me hold off on my opinion on it. Because I've seen some really weird takes about these chapters. Like for
mhm,
example, 230. When that came out, I saw someone say that Okaroon was emotionally cheating. And while that is a thing, I don't think, helping your friend is that, nor
yeah,
is him and Momo even in a relationship. So that just feels like a weird. And then like you look at the other side, and Momo's doing the exact same thing. The main
yeah,
thing that I won't say is necessary. This actually does go into the other complaint I saw, which happens in 231. I saw someone upset and calling Momo a hypocrite because she was mad at Okaroon for holding Ira's hand while she was holding Gigi's hand. And it's like, do you forget that Momo lost her memory? Like,
yeah,
in neither, in no way is that like hypocrisy, because Okaroon admitted his love for her, and then yes, she turned him down, but then to like your memory is foggy, people are telling you things you don't remember, and then you see him holding someone else's hand. Obviously you're going to be very upset at that, because even if you're not romantically interested in this person, that is someone who is supposed to be your friend, so why would they betray you like that?
yeah.
I don't see the hypocrisy in that.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I wouldn't have done like I get it. You can always kind of craft this situation where it's like you can see all sides. Like, yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks to like know that them kind of getting together or kissing or making up or whatever is being delayed, and the thing that delays it is watching Ivor make her move, and then supposedly Gigi making a move. But As far as Gigi's case, I feel like most of it was just him being stupid still. And then in this chapter, we found out that he was like transferring chi over or whatever he says. Gigi, I feel like, is very not oblivious. I don't know what a good word is for it, but it's like he doesn't. It feels to me that he is like unaware of like romantic feelings until he sees someone else doing something romantic, and he's like, "Wow, man, that's so cool. I want to be like you." But like it's like he doesn't see that stuff for himself. To me, like I don't know. Maybe he does, but I just feel like Gigi's the guy that like takes two, Hot Wheels cars and bangs them together while a girl is like trying to like get it on with him, and he's like, "Man, this shit's so cool, right?" And she's like, "My clothes are off, bro. Like, what are you doing?" I don't know. Gigi's kind of airheaded, but
I kind of see Gigi how I see Luffy. Like,
yeah,
Luffy might walk around holding Nami's hand, but it literally means nothing to him.
yeah. Like he doesn't even understand that like some people would see that as a thing. Like Luffy wouldn't. I think Gigi's seeing like Okaroon holding. Like I feel like he thinks something when he sees Okaroon holding Ira's hand, but like him holding Momo's hand doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what everybody here is kind of. The only ones I think that are feeling like this means something is like Ira and Momo. Like Momo feels weird about doing it, and Ira wants to hold Okaroon's hand. Okaroon's like, you know, I probably shouldn't be doing this. And Gigi's just like, let's go, let's just keep walking around. And I'm just holding your hand because he's like transferring chi or whatever he says. But this is such an interesting and weird kind of misunderstanding, goofy situation. I wouldn't have done this. I could see, holding your friend's hand if like they're feeling down or whatever, like you said. But in this situation where you might bump into the girl that you're in love with and like ruin the chances, it's like, bro, why would you do that when y'all went to the dinosaur exhibit, they went to the aquarium, but y'all gonna be walking around. Like, why are you still holding her hand, bro? Like, you should have like just gave her a hug and said like it's gonna be all good or whatever. I don't even remember why he held her hand. Was there a reason? Like, was there? She like fell into him. Um,
Uh,
it's
I think
Oh, it was
something with the
crowded.
crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and she's got night blindness. Okay, so yeah, Yukinobu, he knows what he's doing, bro. Like he gave her this line where she's talking about she's got night blindness and it's scary to be around so many people, and it's like, okay, it makes sense. I'm kind of guiding a blind old lady type shit, but like nobody else knows that. But it's still like get a flashlight or something. Like I don't know. It feels like it's hard because it's one of those situations where it's like you see those like memes or whatever where the guy is like, "Oh, excuse me," because the girl dropped her wallet. She's like, "I got a man." It's like, okay, fuck you then. It's just keep the wallet. It's, like, it's hard to do something. It's hard to not. You can't like tell her fuck off. Like you can't just give Ira a flashlight and then y'all walking around awkwardly. It's like the girl. It's a cute girl. She has to hold your hand, and it's like, man, it's tough. Like, how do you say no? Because I mean, you're also not in a relationship with the other girl. It's like, man, this is rough. There's no good way about this.
Yeah. I mean, I,
Um,
I personally enjoy the direction of the story now more than when the first or the amnesia thing first happened. And I think like where I'm coming from in that is usually when you get like these amnesia plots, a lot of the time the author will follow it up with this will they, won't they constantly. But me reading through Dandadan, I've never felt that will they, won't they. It's like they will.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're definitely like everyone knows everything's gonna be okay and they're gonna get back together. And I guess in some way that's what a lot of people get pissed off about because it feels like they're just dragging it along. Because like at the end of the day, we all know that Momo and Okarun are gonna kiss and make up, but like the thing is that why put us through all of this to get there. And like I said, I think it's just more development. Like they'll relate, their relationship will come out stronger. It's a thing where it's like, how much do I really care for this person? In Momo's case, like, do I really care about this guy? And her seeing him holding Momo's hand, it's like that's gonna spark like some jealousy. And it's like, okay, I really do. Otherwise I wouldn't, if I didn't really like him, then I wouldn't have given a fuck that he was holding that other bitch's hand. So it's like, what was that?
Oh, I coughed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to jump in,
No,
but
no.
yeah, it's just it feels like the characters are gonna like come out stronger. As far as their writing is just right now, it's a rough patch and no one can see the future. So a lot of people don't think or even care about the future. They just care about like the chapter that they read when they read it, and then they go to the timeline and go like, "This is ass," and then they just close all thoughts of like the series until the next chapter comes. And they do that for like not just Dandadan, but like every manga. People will read a chapter, go like, "That sucked." Make sure everyone else hated it. Okay, everyone hated it. See you guys next Monday. It's like think a little bit more about it and like try to see the vision. I mean, the vision. I can't defend the I can't defend the amnesia. I feel like Yukinobu would know better than to do some dumb shit and not have it like play out well. So I think in the end it'll be cool. Um, I do want to say though, last chapter, um, at the end, like when Gigi did start doing stuff, and it was kind of looking weird. Like when he grabs her hand and he goes, "Probably just because I'm a moron." Yeah, like I thought that this was a fucking enemy stando. Like I thought that somebody was nearby, probably like projecting, emitting love pheromones or something, and like putting the kids. Like I thought everyone was just under attack. And then when this new chapter came out, I was like, "Oh, okay, so no, GG, it wasn't like a spell. No one cast like the misunderstanding jutsu on the gang to like ruin their friendship and make like their army weaker or nothing." Because that's where my mind was going with it. But it was just Gigi was like looking out for her transferring chi or whatever, and there's no enemy stand. But 231, I was right at the end. We do got dinosaur.
Yeah, yeah, we do. But before we get to that, because they kind of teased us with the Kenta cut, and I'm a
Man,
little mad because it looks like he tucked too much off top.
bro. He took everything. Why is his shirt so whatever? Is that blood? This is definitely it's not blood. It's
No, it's
definitely
got to be
meant
like
to
hair
like
dye or something.
yeah, it's definitely meant to make us think that he like ripped Kenz's fucking head off or something. But yeah, Kenz's got like he like I want him to have a fade in some ways, but you could go in there, he's gonna look like Super Saiyan Blue fucking Goku. Like he's just gonna have a whole different fucking hairstyle from anything anyone could have imagined. It's just probably gonna be no. No, he's gonna give him the same hairstyle he has. He's gonna have a fucking cinnamon roll, fucking horseshoe crab shell or whatever hairstyle. Is gonna be fucking light blue or something dumb, man. Yeah,
Watch it ends up he just like he is some type of alien, but he gives Kenta a full on makeover. So like
bro.
that's like fat removal, a haircut, some muscle restructuring. So she goes in there and Kenta just looks like a completely different person.
Yeah, or yeah, he goes in there. Kids is actually just like sparkling clean. Nothing's wrong. He just has like a normal haircut. He looks cool, but Kids is like spick and span. He's shining, twinkling and stuff. And they're like, Vamola goes like, "What was all that stuff?" And he was like, "Oh, I was eating my lunch." And he's a fucking messy eater. Like he eats chili with his hands or something for lunch or some shit. Like this fucking shirt and shit all over his body has nothing to do with Kenta. This is crazy stuff. I love the obviously like I didn't dislike the earlier parts of the chapter, but like as soon as I turned the page and saw Mola just sitting there eating, I said, "Yeah, this is the best."
Yeah.
She's so silly. She got that one brain cell and it's just working as hard as it can. It's just stay happy. That one is just what's the happy fucking chemical called again? Dopamine. She
Yeah.
got one. Is that is that it?
Is it serotonin?
Yeah, serotonin, I think, is the one. Let me double check. Serotonin
It's
is the
dopamine or well, dopamine is like when you
it's
have a
serotonin. Yeah,
habit. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Regulating mood and often referred to as the happy chemical. Yeah, she's got one little grain of serotonin in there, just working so hard. Yeah, she's standing there, just smile. I love this for her. Yeah, she's so silly. And he goes, "Must be worried about your boo." I love this guy, man. Shit is so funny. I guess she got one of these like fucking pot stickers for Kenta too. Yeah, man, this is the best, bro.
Yeah, like you got all this drama going on with the other four, and then there's just Kenta and Vamola having a good time.
Yeah, they're the only ones who are actually like enjoying the date. So I'm gonna laugh like if they like we don't see them at all. Like we don't see Kenta, we don't see Vamola until like Okaroon and them like are they're arguing and they're doing whatever. Like they get to, they start walking, whatever, then they just see like Vamola and kids are like having a lunch, sitting at a bench, looking like beautiful, like a beautiful couple. They're the only ones who are actually like enjoying this date and not feeling any kind of way about it. It's like, yo, when did you guys become a thing? And he's just like, yeah, my Vamola, my fucking loveometer, Vamola fucking took over or whatever. She shot off the charts. She's super in love with me. And she's just like, yeah, Kenta, he's the best.
Oh man, what I feel like Ira and Okaroon are gonna have to fight a T Rex, while Momo and Gigi just get a what is it, a Bronchiosaurus?
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking like if there's another dinosaur.
We saw a dinosaur skeleton, so I don't know if we actually saw it. I know it was like in their book for the museum.
Yeah, it might have just been one of those things where like they just show a dinosaur on the panel as they're talking about it or whatever. Oh no, yeah, they did. There was a big T Rex, like skeleton or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's coming back to life
Yeah, hopefully it's as a skeleton too. Like,
on
so we
some
have
night of the
one.
museum stuff,
Yeah, we have one dinosaur that's like flesh and blood, and then we got one that's just straight skelly, and
and then
then
they
Vamola.
fuse.
Bruh, if they fuse, we need the fucking Omega Kenta fucking Vamola suit.
The
We yeah,
T Rex bone armor,
bro. I just need fucking Kenta feats, and
right?
Kenta plus Vamola is just great. Like I could read a series just following these fucking idiots.
Need it, need it, need it.
Yeah. But yeah, good chapter for what we got. Misunderstanding stuff, Okaroon getting the wiggly legs and Gigi, doing his usual thing and going like, what do you say? I'll try harder or something like that. Like, all right, Gigi, calm down, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if
like
that's
you're trying too hard.
if that's how it is, I won't give up either. It's like what exactly are you referring to? Are you talking about making moves on Momo? Because I thought you weren't like that. What's happening, bro? Because I was shooting for you.
I think
But
he was just playing around. I don't know. It's
yeah,
hard to tell
Gigi.
with GG.
Yeah, you can't take Gigi serious at all, man. But yeah, good chapter. Vamola stole the show. And man, he just really blue balling us with the fucking haircut, dog. He knows that we want to see that shit.
He
Like,
knows he's planning something special for Kenta.
bro, yeah, man. Like, what is it, dog? Like, cause I've been wanting, like, we said it like 4 weeks ago. Like, whatever we get the kids a haircut, like that's gonna be the thumbnail. And like every time da chapter come out, I'm like, yep, it's Kenta time. Nope, no Kenta.
Nope.
It's like, bruh, where is the fucking cut, bro? You think
It's just like okay, I'm not going to say we, but me personally, I associate this makeover with, like a change for Kenta for him to be more active in the story, which is why the haircut is so important.
For sure, yeah, haircut is major, yo. You get a like that's a big confidence thing. Like, especially if like Vamola's like, wow, you look incredible. Like if Vamola gives him props and then he sees everybody else and they're like, wow, dog, like that's a move. Like that he might start doing push-ups and doing like cool shit. Like he like a hair, bro, like a toothpick changes everything, yeah. Like give this man a fucking nice cut and like watch his whole personality and demeanor switch up. Like, not saying he gonna become a dickhead, but like
He's Mr.
don't let
Smooth.
don't let Kenson become that nigga, dog. I need it. I've been wanting it ever since they introduced him. I'm like, he gonna be cool one day, man. But
Oh
yeah,
my god,
Kenson's
watch Okaroon get kidnapped and Kenta becomes the new protagonist to rescue him.
bro, the fucking Okaroon rescue arc and
Yep.
Kenson's leading the charge. It's like I can't let my lieutenant fucking stay in the clutches of the evil wizard or whatever the fuck he be talking about. Bro, yeah, we just need more Kenta and great Kenta and just Kenta moments, bro. And Vamola is here to push that along. Like she knows what the people need.
Yep.
You think Evil Eye is gonna come out and fucking blow this fucking dinosaur to pieces?
Oh, absolutely, because Momo still can't really fight.
Yeah, yeah,
So Evil Eye, or either Evil Eye or their like fused power.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Forgot they do the fusion thing. He might just fucking key blasted himself.
I feel like a dinosaur wouldn't be that much of a threat, unless of course it's like an alien in a dinosaur suit. But the one thing I will say that's interesting is if you scroll up to it's before the haircut or at the start of the haircut scene, it looks like there's a Serpo serving the mola.
Oh, it's for sure is.
Yeah, and but when they encounter this dinosaur, it doesn't take the time to go into the empty space. So I wonder if it is an alien.
Yeah,
Like
it's hard to say because
every other time, it makes it clear that they're going into empty space. The sky turns black. There's no one else there, but you can still see people in the background.
I think this might be a situation. Yeah. Hmm. So, yeah, damn. Okay. I was gonna say there's not for the last like 3 pages you don't see people, but when he goes take a look at that neck, that's badass. You do see people behind him. I was gonna say since it's nighttime, maybe maybe the swap happened kind of like right as they got to the dinosaur, and like since it's already nighttime, they don't realize that the switch got flipped to empty space and there nobody else is around, and like the dinosaur attacks so suddenly is just like, oh shit, we're in the negative zone or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this is happening in regular time. But also with the Serpo, there's like one Serpo who be chilling. He'd be like working a part-time job and shit. So I thought that this was just him.
And it might be because it definitely seems like the threat of this arc is going to be the Dragon Knights, which could be why we're not seeing an empty space because it's not aliens attacking them. This is, a yokai technique that the Dragon Knights know.
Yeah. Yeah. If that's the case, like maybe they fucking stabbed like a dinosaur with one of those pins or something and gave it life or something, then that'd be cool. Um but yeah, I can definitely see this being something like because when we met Peony Weenie, he was a fucking uh, a mantis shrimp, and then he fucking fused with the fucking Nessie and
Yeah.
became like some crazy shit, and then he turned back to his normal self, and he looks like a fucking crab or some shit. So yeah, maybe this is some sort of like transforming creature, and it'll like look different later or whatever. But I don't know. This is interesting so far. I'm ready to see what the deal is with old Dinosaurus.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think I'm through with this. You got anything else?
Nah, that's it for me.
Okay. That's going to do it for Dandadan chapter 230 and 231. What's going on here? Now jumping into Shangri-La Frontier chapter 261, Sword Wolf against Lightning Flame Beast part 5. And just want to throw this out there. I mentioned it in the intro, but if we got any Shangri-La Frontier bros, man, make some noise in the comments, man. Like we got one extra guy, I think last week, who said something. He was like, hey, I don't normally comment, but whatever. But yeah, man, just trying to get some more people to, react or whatever and holler in the comments to talk about the different series that they read that we follow because it's hard to tell, like the logistics and analytics for the videos. They kind of tell us, when people are listening to certain segments, but like I don't know. It's still kind of hard to tell. So it's like I don't know how many people are really like listening to the Shangri-La Frontier segment or really listening to like the Dandadan segment if if no one ever comments about it. So it's like not to say that would influence us, not talking about the series or anything because we talk about these stories because we like them. We've talked about stuff that got axed and banged on them every week or talked about them when we enjoyed them even if nobody else did. It's just I just want to see uh other people's thoughts and comments and to know that there's some folks out there that fuck with some of the stuff that we fuck with. But
I still
all that
think
aside,
I still think it's insane how much bigger Shangri-La Frontier is in Japan than it is over here because
Yeah.
like I was looking through Twitter the other day because apparently it was Kainu Akitsu's birthday, and there was
Uh-huh.
so much fan art, like on the level you would see coming from like, character in Bleach's birthday or Naruto or something like that,
Yeah.
and it was all Japanese accounts drawing. I was like, come on, we need that over here.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that. I forgot. I didn't know. I didn't realize it was her birthday. I just thought like I didn't like try to figure out why. I just was like, oh yeah, suddenly a lot of fan art for this character because I've never seen a surge like that for any other character in Shangri-La Frontier. Like I've been reading Shangri-La Frontier for like 4, 5 years or whatever. Like I don't remember when I started. I started when it was like 30 chapters in. So it's been a few years, and I feel like in that time I would have seen like a surge of fan art for some other characters before, but I've never seen the amount that Kanye Kitsu got the other day. Like you said, it was Orihime's birthday or some shit.
Yeah.
But but yeah, it's like crazy how popular it is over there, and then over here, where we are, it's like picking teeth to find somebody who reads Shangri-La Frontier. It's like people either think it's furry or they don't fuck with games because they think Sword Art Online has fucking tainted the well or whatever. And it's like, nah, man, I know there's people who fuck with this story and it's really
The
fucking good.
sad part is, after talking with a few people about it, it's not even that Sword Art Online tainted the well. It's that they expect the stakes to be the exact same as in Shangri-La Frontier. So it's like if
Yeah.
these characters aren't experiencing real life death when they die in the game, there's no stakes, and that's just not how it works.
Yeah. And like we've had conversations about the stakes or whatever a couple times, and it's like I still want there to be something. But like at the end of the day, Shangri-La Frontier is just one of those stories where it's like it's just a fun story. Like it's not trying to shake up the way we think about the world and fucking give us like crazy social commentary and stuff like that. Like it's just a fun series that is like taking itself serious enough and like showing respect to all of the like gamer elements that it pulls from. And I think that is like a boon. Like that's a really cool thing. It's like not a lot of stories do that, and not a lot of stories I feel like to the extent that Shangri-La Frontier goes through. Like sometimes you'll get a reference here and there, like something that lets you know that like the author has heard of a thing. But like the way they do it in Shangri-La Frontier is like, no, I know that like these guys play video games. Like they aren't just like going like, huh, you ate a one-up mushroom because like grandma saw me eat a mushroom one time on fucking. They really know what they're talking about in this shit, and I love that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I do like actually getting. Do you already read the chapter title?
Yeah, and Sword Wolf Against Lightning Flame Beast Part 5. I read it, but I'll read it again, baby.
Okay, okay.
Spit.
So I do want to just point out that we know Pencilgon is a great fighter, right? And this chapter starts with her getting all of her stats boosted except for HP and MP by eye watering levels. But not once in this entire chapter does she land a hit on Saiger 100, even with that knowledge.
Yeah, that just goes to show like the level that Saiger 100 is on because she planned to do this knowing that her stats would be through the roof, but still knew that her entire game plan was to reveal kinks in Saiga 100's armor because she wasn't gonna win. Like she knows she's not gonna win.
Yeah.
So it's like I hope that my like KO kid or whatever that I activate will be enough to show these idiots how to defeat her. Cause like I know I'm not gonna be able to do it. But like, I'm not gonna be a bitch and be like, yeah, she can't, like she didn't like tell the secret because I feel like Pencil Guy probably knows how to do it, but she just can't do it. But she's not gonna like spoil it. Like she's not gonna tell Sunraku that like, oh yes, Saiger can't see out of her left eye or something. She's gonna make him figure it out or whatever.
Yeah.
She's not gonna like spoil the surprise. Like let them figure it out and exploit the weaknesses that they find on their own. She'll reveal it, but she won't like send them a message saying like kick her in the right leg or something. So yeah, I forgot all about the like arouse boost and how crazy it boosted her stats. And like she still, like you said, didn't land a blow. She
Yeah.
still was betting on that 1 in 4 chance. It's like how powerful is Saga 100 where she's just still blasting through?
Eh, I don't know, but I still don't think Kyo's gonna take her down. Like, I think we're
Ah,
gonna get a really good display of what Kyo can do, but there's got to be a reason that Sunraku was going through the training with their grandpa, who I'm gonna assume, Saiger 100 probably uses a very similar style to. And his entire arc in the other game was just learning how to beat that style his own way. Like he wasn't
yeah.
learning the style. Um, and then on top of that, with her multiple swords and her speed, and then the clones, uh, the his speed and his luck are gonna do wonders for dodging all of that and getting in close.
Yeah, it's going to be a combination of like her weaknesses being exploited and him like noticing that Kyogoku uses like that fighting style and Saiga's 100 has a probably similar like fighting style and he's just going to put the pieces together and kind of find like a through line where he can follow and like, okay, I figured it out. Something that nobody else could figure out. Like there might be some sort of weakness that she has where it's like if you hit her in the chest with a firebolt like it really hurts, but he's gonna find a way around that other than just like doing the obvious. Like instead of shooting her in the chest with a fireball, he's gonna make her fall on like a flaming sword or something after doing some bullshit. I, Sonraku's definitely gonna figure it out,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think definitely what I'm looking forward to most. Like I love Sonraku and I like his fights, but like I'm looking forward to Kyogoku fighting more, man. Like I want their fight to last. Like give me two or three chapters and
Oh,
like have it be blows.
I'm sure they definitely will because that's definitely the Sword Wolf against Lightning Flame Beast in the
Yeah.
title. So she's gonna be the Lightning Flame Beast, and I'm just ready to see like what her skill set is as a swordsman.
Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be cool.
Like,
Especially just because we know, man, she's like she specializes in PvP. Like this is what she lives for. She's been hoarding for this shit. And like their family. So it's probably just been a situation. It's probably been something where she's nagging her like constantly, like, bitch, log on and come to the old capital. I want to duel you. And it's like, no, I'm not dueling you, fucking Kyogoku. Like, I'm not doing it. I gotta rage. I gotta chase, like she's probably been wanting to fight her for years.
yeah, I just Kyo is becoming one of my favorite characters. Like flipping to this last panel of this chapter, time to go wolf hunting. I was like, oh, that's so raw.
Yeah,
Like,
I love this shit. The only thing about this, it make like the like I love this page, but it makes me question like how she's holding the sword because the katana's kind of long. So like, is her arm like 4 feet away from her face? Like,
um,
because she's got like the
no.
tip.
If you look at the page before, it kind of shows like the size of her blade, and her hands down, and it's towards her mouth, the upper
Yeah,
end of it. So I don't
maybe
think
that's
it's like that long of a blade.
what's the normal length? Like 2 or 3 feet for like a katana blade.
I don't know. It could be a katana, but it could be a wakizashi.
Sure. If it's a wakizashi, then I'll say that's got me. That makes sense. It's a katana. I feel like that's a bit long, but
Yeah.
have we? She like kind of digitalized that sword though. Like I don't remember. Doesn't she normally have like a sword on her waist or something? I'm trying to flip through. I feel like she always has something like on her waist, but like when she
She may have
draws this,
just picked like a special weapon to use for this
sure.
fight.
Yeah, yeah, she probably showed for this. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm fucking all the way here for it. I need them to really bang it out and fucking fight for days, yeah.
A
And
wording, but
like
okay. Yeah, I agree.
I think it was Axel LeBlaze. He tweeted like this page where she goes, "I have what it takes to thrust my way into every one of those holes." It's like, okay,
Pause.
wait a moment, what's happening here? Yeah, but this chapter was great. Yeah, I'm just man, I love just everyone's like respected. Like Saiga 100 is sword, but she's no god. But like they gotta respect her. Saiga Zero is the fucking attack holder. Like there's these cool titles and like they got fucking sacred weapons or wished weapons and stuff with all these cool perks. And then you just got the vandals like Sunraku and Kyogoku, the people who are down to get down and dirty and want to throw hands. Even though Sunraku hasn't shown very much like bloodthirst for PvP in this game, like we know he's got it, but
Yeah.
like yeah, Kyogoku is clearly like horny for this, and that's my type of player right there. Yeah, like she goes, remember, I'm a player killer. Like she hasn't, she doesn't have any sort of allegiance to anything else besides killing players. Like she isn't, tagging along for a raid. Although, like after this, she'll probably definitely like jump into the dragon blight situation. But like she doesn't have a goal in mind as far as like PVE goes. Like every other most of outside of Wolfgang, like every other character that we've met has kind of had like, oh man, we want to like level up or like fight this boss, and we're chasing certain colossi, and Kyogoku's like, I murder niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they log on and they're just in a contested area. She doesn't log off like in a city or a safe area. She logs off just in the battlefield. Yeah.
Just waiting.
Yeah, like when I log on, if there's an arrow flying my way as soon as I log on, I'm cool with that. Yeah, cut it in half and murder the person who shot it. Like my type of shit. This what's Saiga 100. The synchronist shit's cool. She makes like clones and fights with them and shit. That's Sword Vance trio. Yeah, her moveset's tight.
Yeah, and she has like two more stages to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll probably see 4 and 5 with Kyo, and then we'll see Sunraku actually beat it.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because it's gonna put them in a situation where Sunraku goes into the fight knowing all of her tricks, but she doesn't know what type of fighter Sunraku is because she's never seen him play.
Yeah. She's definitely not going to underestimate him, since he's beaten multiple of the ugh,
Colossi.
colossi. There we go. At
Yeah,
this point, and she hasn't been able to, so she's going to expect good things from him, but she just has no idea what to expect.
yeah. It's like even but without that, it's like you can't underestimate this dude because like yeah, he beat the Colossi, but like after watching Kazo fight, like Kazo a nobody in this game, knocked out two or three guys, and then you got Pentagon, who like is a beast because you know her personally. Kyogoku's here, Kyogoku's strong because they literally live on the game and kill people. They like she probably got to level 104 just straight killing players. Like she's getting EXP from players, farming them for glimmer and shit. Like and then you got her little sister, Saiga Zero, who wants to join this crew. It's like, all right, clearly this guy is strong. Like I can't imagine anybody on that squad is weak.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I've watched everyone fight, but I've never seen this dude fight. And he wears a fucking bird mask. It's like this dude's trolling. Like I can't, I can't. I got to go into this expecting like literally anything. Like I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I
This
can't.
bird's about to nuke me.
Yeah, like he's wearing a bird mask, bro. Like what is this dude about to do? Like this is nuts. And like Saiger Zero has probably like talked about him too, at the dinner table. Like my friend fucking what's his name? Hazutomi or whatever. He's so good at the game already. He just started and he already do. And I love him, blah blah blah. Like she's probably heard about this kid at the dinner table and like knows stuff about him that he doesn't realize, stuff like that. So yeah, This arc is really good, man. It's about to bust though. I think next chapter is the start of something really great.
I think all of Shangri-La Frontier is great, but the PvP arcs just hit different.
Yeah. You put fucking man versus man, and it's like, yeah, because you know somebody going home sad. Like
Yeah,
with
because
the
it's all.
boss, yeah, with a boss fight, it's like, I lost, I come back and fight on the ball. But with a player, it's like, bro, like I could get my stuff taken. I can, I lose my pride. Like there's bragging rights. Like, what if he never duels me again? There's a lot, some people beat you and they, never, nope, never challenging you again. Like, you never know with a duel, bro. And it's like so much is on the line. This is a clan versus clan battle. So like if she loses, she's got to go back to her clan and talk to 100 other people and tell them, yeah, we lost to four dudes. Like there's so much
Yeah.
on the line besides just like, oh yeah, I lost to a Birdman or whatever. Like that, like yeah, people aren't dying, but like that fucking like social element of the story where it's like imagine everyone in your school knows you as like the guy who can shoot a three-pointer from fucking anywhere, and then like it come you're playing in the game or whatever, you're playing basketball and it's like the final moment of the game and you gotta win, you gotta hit this shot to win the game, everybody's watching, and you fucking airball it, and it's like everybody's gonna remember that. They're gonna call you airball for the next, year in school. It's like, yeah, it's not the end of the world, but like, bro, you don't want to hear that. Like her clanmates are
Yeah.
gonna be like, bro, you lost to this fucking nobody, dog. I should be the clan leader. Like this is just it's something that's gonna like annoy. It would annoy anybody, losing
Yeah.
to a fucking nobody. Who is this dude?
I think the funny part, and this isn't like it doesn't detract from the quality of Shangri-La Frontier, but like their normal arcs are themes and such, and then their PvP arcs are hype and aura moments.
Yeah, because bro, like
Obviously,
this,
there's both and both, but there's
yeah,
like a primary focus that gets switched up.
yeah. Yeah, because we definitely be getting themes and such when the colossi start yapping, But yeah, but when we get these moments like this, bro, like the fucking time to go wolf hunting, it's like, yeah,
Yep.
man, this shit, yeah, I can feel it, bro. It's bubbling. So yeah, that was a banger. Also, want to point out, let me see, there was somebody in the Shangri-La Frontier Discord. I don't know. Well, yeah, he said he was going through and listening. So let me find the text, just in case he's listening, because I also commented back in the Discord. But um, there was someone in the Shangri-La Frontier Discord who he says, damn, where is it? Here we go. Dartonius, follower of Golden Nine or whatever. He's so I was listening to your podcast for the Golden Nine chapters, and your digression about the art panel and Rabbituza during episode 48 got me curious. So I had to look it up. It is with some amusement that I have to report Traffy is in fact 100% correct. It is a dead or unconscious frog in that panel. The imagery in question is taken from the Choju Jinbutsu Giga Animal Person Caricatures Picture Scroll series. Note the rabbits examining the down frog on the far left of the image. Oh yeah, he's just telling me to note it. Also, blurry Rabbituza engraving also provided for comparison. So yeah, he showed both of those pictures, and yeah, that was episode 48. So they were just going back and listening to our conversations about the Golden Nine episode, which is something that I just love because like I do that a lot too when I want to like know what people have to say about a thing. It's just like that's another reason we do this, man. Because it's like, yeah, you might miss an episode or you might miss an episode or two, but like sometimes it's just like, man, I got to see what these guys are talking about like at this specific moment. It's like there's so much that goes into that because it's like, what if he knows something that we didn't and he wanted to see if we guessed it? Or is it like, oh yeah, that's my favorite arc and I want to see if they fucked with it type stuff. I
Yeah.
really, really appreciate that. And it was just cool. I hated that Traffy was right. Like this dude sucks, but
Man, screw
um
you.
but like yeah, that was good because otherwise, moments like that is like I said, is why we do this because you could just read a manga and then go about your day and think you're right about something that happens. And like me and Knox were dead set, like, nah, that's definitely a rabbit. Like, why would two rabbits be looking at a frog? And it's like that happens in so many other stories where people read a chapter, go like, yep, I know what happened, and then just go about their day. And then when a conversation comes up about something that happened in that series, they'll make like a fucking big, puffed out chested statement about that series based on a misunderstanding that they don't know that they had. And it's like,
Yeah,
this
like
wasn't,
that one guy who saw the person standing in the background of that panel in JJK Modulo.
yeah,
Yeah.
drastically. You really, that was like 30 minutes of ass fuckery right there. That was nuts. But
Y'all had me feeling
yeah,
crazy.
you were crazy, bro. But yeah, this is good because it's like, yeah, it's not the end of the world, like if we mistake that, but it's nice that like we know the truth now and someone caught it and pointed it out. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. And keep doing what you're doing. Hope you're enjoying the show. And hopefully there's other SLF bros out there enjoying the yap sessions, even though we kind of ramble sometimes. But yeah, we all fans here, man. But yeah, this was a banger, and I think I'm spent. You got anything else for this one?
Nah, I'm skeeted.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, I do want to say I think that what page is it? Page 6. This one shot where Psycho 100 slashes pencil gun and then a sword like comes right like behind that. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like the fucking combo attacks. That's cool. I love that shit. But that and Kyo is level 104. I can't remember what the max level is before like the unlock cap. I think it was 90. If so, that means she's leveled up like 14 more times. It's either 90 or 100 or 99 or something. But either way, yeah, she's up there. So yeah, Kyo's cool. We got a lot of high level players with high level play about to happen. So that's gonna do it, baby. This was Shangri-La Frontier, chapter 261, Sword Wolf against Lightning Flame Beast, part 5. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, baby. We got chapters 209, 210, and 211. Nikki came back, and we jumping straight off the porch, baby. We got our final arc, and after the way the last arc ended, we got freaking. I didn't want to curse in the intro for that, but the timeline got rewritten, baby. So this one is Neo Nova Rangers, the General Knights. So I guess we can, since it's 3 chapters, I don't want to say we'll spend 30 minutes on each one. We'll kind of just like touch and go, and I guess mostly focus on the last one. But like, if you got thoughts, throw them out for 209 and 210. But obviously we don't have stuff to say because it's the finale here, baby. We in that last arc, and it's been a month and some change since we had Rangers. So there's a lot to say, a lot of thoughts. So how you feeling
So
about this one?
I do want to first start off by saying the timeline did not get rewritten. Everything is still continuing off from where it left off.
Yes, I feel like so. Yeah, so I think things are just going differently from like what was initially like, instead of it being happily ever after or whatever, like the story is just continuing.
Well,
So
so uh, technically, the characters did get their happy ever after at the end of the last chapter. The page tear, which we all thought was going to be like a reset or something along those lines, is more of a whoever this character is. I'll just call him Shinya for the moment. Was like, okay, that's not going to be the actual end to this story because that
yeah.
was the way it was being written. So this is more of a continuation than a rewrite.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was gonna be the final arc, and then he was like, "Nah, tear up the last page, and we're adding more pages to it. Like we're just gonna keep going. So it's not the end. It's also not rewriting history, but we just keep going."
Yeah. The interesting part about that is while it isn't rewriting history, it looks like it's going down the path of repeating history with the General Knights. Well, now the Neo Nova Rangers.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's interesting because of the conversation that happens between Tokita and Hibiki. Just for everything that kind of leads up to there, they're talking about the popularity of the General Knights and what they need to do to kind of raise their popularity, with Hibiki still focusing on Hibiki. I don't know why focusing on just wanting to help people.
Yeah.
And so, you're seeing the recordings, the brand deals, the merch, and you get a lot of the same vibes as the Dragon Rangers. My
Yeah.
brain
Dragon
is farting.
Keepers.
Dragon Keepers. There we go. You get the same vibe, but it further expands on that with most people aren't really excited by the General Knights because there's no threat. It's
Yeah.
essentially boring. They're goody two shoes that are just like community helpers, basically.
Very much feels like the situation where like you kill the corrupt king and then you become the king, but then you realize like I don't really know what the fuck to do. And like that guy was in charge of a lot of things, like with brand deals and dealing with like the crowds and having to manage so many things like with the guy from what was the company called? It's not until the next chapter, but the guy from Zero Company, the Takumi Manabe guy, like the having to deal with the management company and the people who are going talking about photo shoots and stuff like that and being like, oh yeah, you can't have your finger on the trigger. And it's like, man, I just, like you said, he wanted to do right, but like in order to do that he has to have this like power in this world. He has to be someone who has the ability to do right and help people, but that also comes with needing to maintain this image. And before it was like, yeah, we're kind of the off brand of the Rangers, so we don't have to follow the same rules, and we don't have to abide by the same principles as they did. We'll just be the good guys, and we'll thwart the bad guys, and we don't have like managers and stuff. But now that they are the guys, it's like, man, we gotta like do fucking in person, fucking poster signing and all this stuff. And it's like I want to be doing good in the world, but also there's no like evil. So it's like it's a tough spot to be in where you're replacing the last guy and like you're now dealing with all the things that he dealt with, but you also don't have like an enemy to face. So it's just like the people, the kids fuck with you and stuff, but everyone deep down knows that like that spunk ain't there. Like it's kind of boring. It's kind of like the Powerpuff Girls version of like the original Dragon Knights, and it's like, man, this is it's some people are going to be like, it's hard to watch this, after what happened with the finale for the Dragon Keepers. Like, I don't even know if I want to watch this show. It's like, it's a sequel show. We watched Dragon Ball Z, and then here's Dragon Ball GT, and it's like, well, Dragon Ball GT wasn't a sequel, but this is like the Dragon Ball GT of the world. It's like this is their reality. So not only are these people watching a show, but like they're seeing these people. It's not like Goku, Goku in real life, like the real world is actually a cartoon. So like us as people don't gotta go and watch, see Goku at a grocery store, but like these people, they watch their heroes on TV and then they can bump into them in places and go and meet them and get autographs and stuff. So it's like a whole lot on like Hibiki's shoulders that I'm sure he wasn't prepared to deal with, and there's a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, but his resolve is kind of what's pushing him through this. But it's also that resolve that Tokita is mentioning is making him look like he's going to be the next Shinya.
Yeah, yeah, and I do like that they mentioned Shinya in the second chapter. I think. Oh wait, no, it was I think it was the first one. It was during their conversation where he's talking about um yeah, the Dragon Keepers were a result of one man's sense of justice going out of control. He had an intense need for validation and the power to make it a reality. So it's like that's cool, but I wonder, like in the real world, we have we have when there's fucking people who reach a certain like level in fame and stuff, they make fucking documentaries. I wonder if there's gonna be like in universe like a Shinya Kiritani, the man, the myth, the legend, the monster. Like, are they gonna make like are they making like Netflix specials in this universe to talk about like this guy because he died or whatever? So it's like they make like Tupac documentaries and like I hate to mention it, but Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's like, are they mentioning Shinya Kiritani? Like, are they talking about him constantly in the press? And like, are they making fucking Sundance films or whatever about this guy? Like, I want to know more, man.
I mean, I don't think they would have exposed all of the information they had on him to the public because that would have been kind of devastating. That there's this guy snatching people and turning them into invaders. They probably kept that quiet.
But I don't know, man, because like there were eyewitnesses for people like seeing Izome become an invader, and then like people went missing. Like I'm sure a lot of people were probably watching this battle like they were when they were watching that battle. Like because I'm pretty sure that was like they recorded that. That was during the Foot Soldier on the Run arc, and that was like live television. So people saw Azome become that. And so somebody else probably, knows that their kid went missing and there's all these monsters. So it's like, what if my kid became one of those? It's like, there's a lot of stuff in this world that is probably being talked about. And like, I would love to just see it. Even if they don't talk about like him, you know, cloning people, like there's stuff that they could say about him because all of this was recorded. Like the people saw him become a monster and somebody had to have like told somebody probably told what they knew about him. Like somebody knows something. Maybe not Suzukiri, but I feel like somebody knows something.
I mean, there's going based off of, real world experiences. There's probably a bunch of people saying, hey, this person is evil and they did this. And then you have a bunch of defenders saying, hey, no, he's not. So nothing was probably directly confirmed, but it's the truth.
Yeah. And then I mean, there's also the fact that like in the universe he was supposed to be the good guy, and so like
Yeah.
the story was kind of painting him, and D was playing the role of the bad guy along with like Chidori in the end or whatever. So yeah, it's like I wonder how the people really like the public view him because we haven't seen like an opinion about anyone like outside of people who are in the know. Like Shun knows, and everyone who was in the Dragon Keeper like as an organization, they all know. They should, but like maybe the civilians don't know and they think that Shinya, was a great guy who died for like a show or whatever.
Yeah. One of the things I did enjoy about this chapter is how it paints Hibiki as the new main character, because
Yeah.
the first characters were, like Shonen introduced to are Tokita and
Rin Rin.
no, Cicera. There we go. God, my brain's so foggy. And that feels kind of like something you would do for your main character is reintroduce all these characters that are close to them and have them in the
Yeah.
story. Although Cicera is not really in the story, but even across the next two chapters, we're following Hibiki, and there's only one mention of D, and we're not even sure if we actually saw him. Um,
Yeah.
but like this chapter ends with it's boring. If you're gonna quit, quit now. And Hibiki's like, I'm prepared. I'm not a dragon keeper. And, Tokita's got to be mysterious. It's in motion, the terrible legacy of the Rangers. And it shows the big black pillar that we'll be seeing more of come the next two chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, I am very excited. Like when I read that, obviously, like I read 209 and 210 was out at the same time. So like I was already, fucking fully erect. And then I jumped into 210, just keeping that energy, baby. Like I've been waiting, man. So yeah, I saw this fucking tower and I said, ain't no fucking way, baby. Like what's even happening? And then like we saw so many characters here. Like even Hisui at the end, and like her friend is like I think they're called gelatos or something. I think she's trying to say the Neo Nova Rangers, and she's like
Yeah.
calling them gelatos, or she's like, I'm not into tokusatsu. It's like, yes, you are. You were it, bro.
She's not anymore. That's the point.
Yeah. It's like I think for I feel like I feel like I might have been going with it for like a couple pages where I was thinking that it was like a rewrite, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's not like a rewrite; it's just erasing the ending or whatever. But yeah, it's just like you said, continuing, and then yeah, we're just seeing this day to day stuff. I do like that Tokita is telling him to like go see his sister. He's like, you should visit. You should find time to visit sometimes, and I feel like that means that Tokita's been to see her because Tokita I
Yeah.
feel like had this thing where it's like he was kind of shitty as a kid, so it's like I think he fucks with her, and he probably went to see her. It's good to see she's up, she's like sitting up or whatever, and he still got this sense of justice and stuff, and wanting to save, protect his sister. So he's like, he's gonna do right by the knights and tell her that she doesn't have to do anything because she probably like they said that was it did they say that she took over the family business or they took over the family business? Where was it? There was a point where they were talking about like what the Rangers were doing. It might be in the next chapter. But they said somebody took over the family business for the Sakuramas, and I don't know if that was implying that Cicera did or like just them as a whole. But with things the way they are, it's like I feel like Cicera, after waking up and like the war ending, she probably still has like that fight in her. She probably isn't, she wakes up and everything's done. It's like the hero that trains to be a hero, and then somebody else kills the demon king, and it's like, what do I do with my life now? I feel like a lot of characters in this story are living with that. I don't know what you call that, like survivor's guilt or something. Like,
Yeah, probably.
yeah, there's a lot of like, I have nothing left to do. I dedicated my life to fighting these monsters, and now there's no monsters, and it's like, what do I do now? But yeah, this Black Tower incident stuff's really interesting. I guess we can jump into 210. That's the
Yeah.
title of that. So we
And
see,
Rabe's looking
Shippo and
clean.
yeah, Rabe's looking clean. Shippo's goofy as usual. Hibiki, Scarface, and we're meeting this new manager guy from Zero Company, and he's like busting his balls, and Hibiki's like, "Damn, bro, like I can't fucking, I can't hold a gun, bro. Like it's got my image and shit. Like I can't." Yeah, it's like, yeah, next time, fucking. What did he say? Did he tell him like? Did he have an alternative? Um, how am I supposed to fight if I never pull the trigger? He wants him to do a reshoot. It's
Yeah.
like, will you want me to hold a banana next time or something, or like a dagger or some shit? I don't know. It's just, it's definitely like the weight of knowing that the other guys had to deal with this shit too, and now having to fucking like meet deadlines and schedules when all you want to do is be Batman, but like in the spotlight. Well, I guess Superman.
But
You want to be like the Superman, but like everybody's bossing you around, so you're not actually like the top dog.
yeah,
Like,
and then I was genuinely surprised by these two Kuroko members showing up, because they are asking the same question, like why are they here? Uh, they've heard rumors they want to restore the old Rangers, but who's kind of controlling them, because they don't seem like the type to do things on their own. And the last person who was in charge of them was Chidori, but Chidori's dead. Um, so, like, are they just running reconnaissance? Are they waiting for some moment to strike? Like, the
yeah,
Kuroko are always just such a mysterious group, and you never really know what they're doing until Negi decides to just outright tell you.
yeah, having them, be hooded characters that really adds to the mystery too. Is just like these guys, they got that look to them. It's like we've seen them murder people, so to have them just showing up and following them, it's like, are they just watching us? They're just following us. Like, what are they doing? What do they know? And who's controlling them? The
Yeah.
secret arm of the Rangers. They want to restore the Dragon Keepers. So it's like, are they hoping to catch us in a moment where they can like assassinate us when there's nobody around so that they can try and like redo the show or something? Like there's so many questions, and I love Negi, man. He gives us answers, and then he gives us like 30 more questions. And these chapters gave us a lot of questions. Um
Oh, yeah.
um,
But we get introduced to the rest of the general. Well, not introduced, reintroduced, I guess. With Juji and his super long hair, Exus is looking clean, but that's also like, if all the other foot soldiers left, why is Exus still there? Unless she feels like she has a higher purpose to the General Knights.
yeah, I'm still on the Peltrola train, man. I still think Peltrola's around, and I think she probably wants to be involved in his takedown.
Man, what
Um,
is with you and Peltrola?
Because we ain't see the guy die, man. We ain't
Yeah,
see
he
an
dead.
actual death.
He's
He is not
stuck
dead.
in Magadia's world, dead.
He is not dead, man.
He's gone. You gotta let him go.
No, he's gonna be back. I know it. But I don't know. Yeah, it's X is being here. It's like, why didn't you leave with the people? But I mean, she's grown to like these people. She liked Hibiki, and she's probably cool with these guys, other than Cezanne being a loud
I
fucking
mean,
asshole.
so did
And
D.
Hibiki. Yeah, but D wasn't like, I don't know. I mean, she really like fucking Hibiki, so she's gonna stick around with Hibiki.
Yeah,
That's her deal. She's here. She's here for Hibiki. She's probably in love with dude.
you're probably right.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
Fucking Hibiki and X's ship.
yeah, and then they start talking, about the Black Towers, and I saw someone point out when they're trying to figure out who could have like created or summoned these Black Towers, and who is that
Huh?
with the blondish looking hair that says the Divine Dragons?
What page?
I have no idea. It's right after it shows the Black Tower for the first time in this chapter.
Oh yeah. I don't know who that's supposed to be
Yeah, like I was
because
just looking, and it's not Hibiki, it's not Juju, it's not Shinya.
yeah, because it's whoever it is. They have like blonde bangs coming down
Yeah,
in front of their face. That's right. I had the same thought. So that means that there's got to be somebody that's here.
who the hell?
Who was with when Hibiki pulled up? It was Shippo and Arabe, and then there's Ren and let me see.
It's
I
definitely
think it's
not.
X. I think it's X's, and it's just inverting the colors. She's the only one with hair coming
Yeah,
down over her ear like that.
yeah. But what I was saying is they were pointing out that after Exa says the Divine Dragons, Shinya like grabs the tip of his hat and has the three dots, and it's like, okay, Shinya, what are
Yeah,
you up to?
yeah. And then he is it in this chapter? It might be the next chapter where he goes like, yeah. Oh, it's next chapter, I think, where he's like, yeah, let me look into that. I think I might know something. It's like, bro, fucking tell the class.
You were being too shady for who your twin is or
Yeah,
was.
exactly. But also, like, I want to know who, because like these pages, like when we see Hibiki, it says General One. We see Shippo, it says General Two. Cezanne is General Four, and X's is General Five. But on the first page of the 209, there's five people. There's a three, but like who is General Three?
Urabe.
Hold on, is it Rabbit Three?
Yeah, it
Let me
says it
see.
on the first page.
Oh, it does. Okay, I'm tripping then. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, I was like, who the fuck is three? I forgot about Arabe. Okay, because I
Like,
was like, it's definitely not Rin or fucking Shinya.
yeah,
So yeah. Okay, so it's Hibiki, Shippo, Arabe,
Juji and
Juji, and
X's.
then X's. Okay, cool. Making sure I ain't missing nobody. Okay, I forgot all about Arabe. Okay, so I feel better about that.
Shinya's just their information guy. He's their Chidori.
Yeah, and then Ren is just their fucking like manager or something, like
The
their fucking agent.
Ryujin.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Their Ryujin. That's funny. But yeah,
But
these towers, man. Like when I saw this, and then like we, get to the end of the chapter, and they're talking about like this shit. Fucking a tower appeared in the school, and then the person that found it was fucking Hisui.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I was like, yo, okay, what the fuck is happening? And like the very last panel of the chapter, I'm guessing that's Angel Usakuba. That's the only person
I
I can think of.
I don't know because you see this person again in the next chapter,
Yeah, I
but
guess
they're
we.
still kind of like shrouded. And I guess we'll just kind of lead into the next chapter with that because
Yeah,
this the chapter 211, I guess I'll do the title thing, everyday and fantasy. It has, you know, Suzukiri in it. It has what we assume is D, and then there's a person standing on the top of a building but you can't really see like the color of their hair. Their hair looks like it's like blonde.
I don't. Um, where are you saying that? Blonde
When it shows the name tag for Suzukiri.
name tag for Suzukiri. Oh, uh, I
So
guess
it's hard because Negi does do some special things with,
inversions.
yeah. So it
Yeah,
could be the same person. It could be someone different. They are wearing the exact same school clothes, but once again, they're school clothes. It could just be two separate people who go to the same school. Um, but they are just setting up so many mysteries right now, and it's all like revolving around, at least in this chapter, it's revolving around trying to get Hisui back into the fight. So there's definitely someone still orchestrating a story. And I feel like Suzukiri saying, hey, yeah, I'm your villain, uh, is kind of a misdirect here.
yeah. Like, I mean, she could be working for the bad guy side, and like maybe she doesn't intend to be the final villain, but maybe it's like a Bibbidi created Majin Buu situation or Babidi or whatever. So maybe she's like working as the catalyst to fuel the plan that D has like put in motion or something. But this whole thing is just interesting, and like I'm just personally I'm getting major dreamy school vibes without like the illusion, like the mystery, and who can we trust and stuff like that, because they added like this new character like this class president who like looks shady, but I don't feel like she is. And I was like, oh, maybe is she like an invader, or is she D, or is something going on? Is she just a fucking weird character? And then we learn that she's just kind of, her family is like super into like the whole Ranger thing. She's got like a bunch of tapes, and then she's got the right like kind of take on the whole situation as far as like Hisui goes. She's like, nobody bothers Hisui or like brings it up. It's like when somebody goes through a traumatic thing, it's like we all know what happened, but we like try not to talk about it around her because we don't want to upset our friend. We really care about her. It's like her head's in the right place, but like she's got the face of somebody you don't trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's like calling, Hisui at midnight and asking her to come to the school, and it's like there's some definitely some weird happenings happening about. And so it's like I'm definitely getting dreamy school vibes, but like it being reality instead of like this being an illusion and Hisui's like trapped in it or some shit like that. But just
Yeah.
the mystery, who can we trust, what's going on, why is this happening, and all that stuff is like I'm getting big mystery vibes. And I love that. I love mysteries.
Yeah, and like this specifically, I'm wondering if, the class president found something out and she was trying to tell Hisui, so someone killed her, or if they were trying to lure Hisui there to kill her as well, since
Yeah.
they were both so close to whatever's going on.
Yeah, I had a lot of fucking thoughts about this. Like what you just said, but also like when I first read it, I thought that Hisui killed the girl, like he, because you see Hisui kind of like cracking throughout the chapter or whatever, and like I thought that she just kind of like snapped and maybe like assumed that the class president was an invader and attacked her, or like got caught off guard and attacked her. But it looks like Hisui came to school and found her like hurt or dead. That's what I'm thinking is probably more likely, that this girl was already like dead when school started and Hisui didn't know. So
Yeah,
now
because
it's a situation.
when she called Hisui, Hisui was like, "I'm sorry, ask someone else." And she goes, "I see. Sorry to drop this on you so suddenly." And then it looks like she just goes to bed.
Yeah. But yeah, my thought was that like the next day this happened. I thought that like when I got to the end, I thought that like when Hisui got to school, like the girl like said something or did something, or maybe like since Hisui's probably been going through it, like she's probably not, all the way there. She probably turned and accidentally like stabbed the girl, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it was a fight," because it looks like a crowd. Like, I mean, it is a crowd, but it could be that they found a dead body. But you also see these type of crowds, like if somebody knocks somebody out, it's like everybody's gonna gather around. So I thought this was a situation where like Hisui killed the girl or stabbed her or did whatever, and everyone was gathering around for that. But I think it's definitely more likely that Hisui also found out. So now, like you said, somebody's trying to drag her back into it, and it's just it's super interesting, man. Like she's gonna be thinking about this, like, man, like my family got killed by invaders, and now there's this like weird invader shit. I thought I was out, I thought I was free from this. Everybody's gone, but like. I tell this girl I don't want any part in it, and she goes and gets killed. I'm guessing she went to the school by herself late at night with
Yeah.
maybe somebody else or something. And it's like if I would have went, maybe I could have saved her. So she's gonna have to deal with a lot of like thoughts like that. Like maybe I could have done something to keep her safe or something. I should have been there. Is Was I wrong for turning down Hibiki's offer and stuff like that? Also, this whole arc is really fucking with Hisui because it's like Sakurama, introduces himself and it's like, nigga, I've been living with Sakuraba. Like she to her, she's been, with Hibiki Sakuraba for like 2 years as a green cadet. So then to have him come up and be like, hi, I'm Hibiki Sakuraba, it's like, bro, I don't want to see your face. Like I have
Yeah.
traumatic memories with you. Like someone took your face and traumatized me, killed the only other person that I cared about, and like took off. Like didn't give me an explanation, just bounced. And now you show up along with a fucking giant pillar, and people are just talking about fucking tokusatsu shit around me again. It's like that could cause her to snap. So I thought she just snapped and like killed this girl, but I think her snap is about to come. I don't think she
One
killed her no more, but I think it's coming.
one thing that I just noticed that I didn't notice on the initial read, in the very last panel where the class president is dead, there's like cracks across the ground, and so I'm like, who uses like slash based techniques that could do something like that?
Yeah, it definitely don't seem like she was just like stabbed. This definitely seems like some sort of crazy attack because with the ground being slashed, that like you don't see this type of fucking damage at a school regularly. Like,
No, and,
like
and
schools don't just have earthquake damage.
Negi definitely put that in there for a very specific reason. It's like it's hinting at something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely some foolery going. And then like I don't even think like on this page, where is it? There's a page where Hisui's like walking, yeah, and it goes, oh yeah, my co-conspirator. Who else? My co-conspirator. And then you see Hisui like look, and then like she sees D, but I think that's just her like hallucinating because that dude's head shape is the same. So she thought she saw D. So like I feel like, and then she's like breathing really hard after that. Like I think she's walking like in a hallway or a subway station, and like the shadow is over the guy, and his head, like because of his hair and shit, his body shape, he looked like D, and she thought she saw him, and then like once he got into the light, realized that it wasn't him, and then she's like, "Fuck, I'm freaking out." And then that's when she's at home and she's looking at the ceiling, just forget it, those days of battle and stuff like that. And then it's like her friend calls, come to the school. I want to talk about drag. I feel like she's gonna crack.
Yeah, very soon. Something's gonna happen. I feel like she'll go towards the gen. No, I feel like Hisui would go just do her own thing.
Yeah, I think she do her own vigilante thing, and it'll be a situation where she's like in the way, or like they get in each other's way, and she's like, I don't have anything left. Like all my family, all my friends are gone, and like I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Like I tried to live a normal life, and they wouldn't let me have it. And just it's like I wonder how deep this gonna go, like how far they're gonna go, because like part of me also feels like this might be D kind of throwing a bone because D didn't like the way that the story ended, but D also kind of like fucks with Hibiki, and it's like he probably knows that like the show must go on. So it's like the General Rangers are kind of in a slump. They don't have like a real antagonist, and this feels like a story, like a manga that you're reading or whatever. And it's like filler episode, filler episode. After the intro, it's like you have your first arc, which is like introduces you to the character. Then you got some filler, and now we got like our first major arc. And this Black Tower incident is like the General Knights episode 20. It's like, oh shit, they're starting to heat up. Like this event could become something that like skyrockets the General Knights like into stardom or whatever.
Yeah. There's so many places it can go.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't wait to see like how far he's going to take this and how many chapters we're looking at. It already feels like, this isn't the kind of like these 3 chapters isn't the type of shit you would wrap up a story in 7 chapters. So we at least got a volume, but I feel like we looking at like a 20 or 30 chapter arc. That's what I'm hoping for at least. Like
Yeah.
last us through the year, Nagy. You can take off and end on in 27, but like let's keep this going through 26, baby. I need Ranger for one last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like there's so many questions. Like after the story like ends, we get a continuation, and there's still a lot of questions. And Suzukiri's here, and she's playing, and yeah, I feel like this is Usakubo, man. Like I feel like because we saw her the first time in the previous chapter, and she's like looking at the pillar, and then we see her again looking at um like she's looking at this girl who gets murdered, I guess. So maybe she was the one that murdered the class rep or whatever for probably getting too close to the truth. And just like what's going on with these pillars. Somebody said they're trying to like shoot the divine dragons out of the sky or something. I don't know if they're in the sky. Maybe I misread what they were saying, but also like, was it you or somebody? Somebody said something. They were comparing this to like the pillars in Fire Force. Um,
That wasn't me.
uh, okay, yeah, they were talking about like the 8 pillars or whatever. I forget what the deal was. It was like when once the 8th one comes, like it'll be the end of the world or something. And then in this, Suzukiri is like, once the 5th pillar rises, something terrible will befall Milky Way City. And it's like there's 5 pillars, there's 5 divine dragons, there was 5 dragon keepers, there's 5 general knights. She had 5 weapons. Like what if like these pillars are just based on like her weapons, and she just buried them and they grew into something. And like what are they reaching for? Like are they calling back the fortress or something? Like if D took the fortress and flew off, like what's happening? Is he going to be our new death messiah? There's so many questions, man.
Yeah. And we just, as always, we don't have enough information to really come to a conclusion about any of them.
Yeah. It's like I do love how Negi is able to like make the story so interesting, like so often without the main character. Like a lot of the best arcs of this story have like excuse me, it has either not had D or just like had D show up like in the late part of it, and then still just didn't even focus on D. It's like we don't know where he is, and he might not show up for several chapters. But one thing you do got to remember is in that final chapter before the break, we got that like one kind of sketch of Hibiki, and he looked kind of like frazzled or maybe a little mad. And he was like, "Are you really D?" So it's like we know he's gonna see D probably in regular clothes, and like D is gonna maybe not look the same. Maybe he'll be like, in a disguise or something like that. I don't know, man. There's so many ways it can go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like why is Shinya fucking hiding information? Does he know something? He is where there's maybe a reason the tower appeared here. The first one appeared in the middle of nowhere. It couldn't be. You think I could use some? You think I could have some time to look into some things? And he doesn't say shit or whatever. He's trying to coordinate or find the coordinates for the third one. Maybe able to find where it'll pop up in advance. Yeah, it's like, what do you know, brother? Lay it out on the table.
Yeah. We just, we don't know. And we can't know, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, please just like I hope he gives us like 2 or 3 volumes. Like I need that. Plus they're talking about like there's so many people who could be involved. Like Sosei's missing, Soma's missing, like nobody's seen either of them. We got the Kuroko back in action. Suzukiri's making moves and just straight up saying me and D are plotting something. We haven't seen D. I think this is Suzukiri. Like there's characters that are missing, and we literally had D playing a whole different character for like 70 chapters. Just right under our nose. So like, who knows what else could be happening?
He could be anyone.
Yeah. For all we know, everybody at Hisui's school is fucking D, or like it's just an invader or something.
In the Invader School and his suite.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What do I want to call it? Like, what do we call in this arc? Was there a name, like a word or
The
something
Black
given? What's
Tower incident is what I would call it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Black Tower incident. That's great because it gives it that gives it that's a fucking strong name. That's got some balls behind it, yo. Some
Yeah.
chest hair on that. The Black Tower incident. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, but I think I'm squeezed out unless there's something else you want to talk about.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. If we forgot anything, we definitely be talking about Rangers, so we'll come back and talk about it either here or on the timeline or something like that. I'm behind on some videos. I think Traffic, you said you was working on like a big kind of like arc catch up type video or something recently.
Yeah.
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 So he'll get to that. And I'm behind on my second channel. I was doing like some chapter reviews, so I've been busy, but I'm gonna zoom through it, and then I still got some main kind of Ranger videos I want to make. But I think big stuff. I'm probably just gonna wait for the series to end because like I had planned to do a Shinya video, but then a bunch of Shinya stuff started happening, and then he ripped up the script, and I was like, I think I'm gonna just wait till the series ends and do some stuff. That way, I'm not like fucking coming back and doing like Shinya video part two or something. So there's some I know I'm gonna make, but yeah, just be on the lookout for Traffy and I because we be yapping and you know how I go, Ranger Bros. Shout out to y'all and shout out to For Soldier D and Naked Hariba and all that good stuff. But that's gonna do it, baby. This was Ranger Reject chapter 209 through 211. I'm not reading the chapter titles. This is the Black Tower incident, baby. Holla. Now jumping into Ichi the Witch 77th Hunt Gate Crashers and I guess it's a long time coming, man. We finally get to see some male characters with some I don't know what to say. Lack of better words, some coolness to them. Some guys that are getting shit done. It's not just women in this world who have the power, but some guys have some capabilities. We got these cool characters and like not gonna skip to the end, but Money Gold talked about the Magic Keeper last chapter, and I assumed it was like one guy, but like she was saying that he's particularly thorny and that he would come soon. So I guess these are like his little niggas that he sent like ahead, like go, fucking go on ahead, I'll be there or whatever. So they're kind of like taking, the scenic route, seeing the city or whatever, getting crepes and stuff like that, having a good time. And the one guy is like, fucking flirting with all the chicks and telling them where to find him if they want to get fucking shots with him and stuff like that. Like I like what's going on. We in a little chill arc before calm before the storm. I think we'll probably be in a bit of a chill kind of arc for a little while. It won't be something that ends like next week, but I like this chapter, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, yeah. So like the introduction of these two guys, I don't know, how the structure works, but let's just call them the Magic Keepers at this point, was really interesting. And that we just had a very serious arc, so this was a nice way to introduce two new characters with combat abilities without going too seriously because it's all about a fake Discaris that looks
Yeah.
nothing like Discaris.
Yeah, and it reminds me, this is like the first time that I've seen something like this happen since like One Piece, where they
Yep,
were at
Sabaody.
yeah, it's like I haven't seen like a character like impersonate another character, like famous character in the story in a long time. It's like, wow, I forgot that was a thing. Like, why does it not happen more often? Like Discaris, the Uber witch is like this looks like a white woman. Like
Yeah.
she don't got that same like melanin tint on her skin that Discaris got. So it's like how'd y'all fucking think that this was Discaris, bro?
I love how while Discaris is upset about it, she's not insulting the lady's looks. She's insulting the way that she's portraying her.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, it's like
because usually they'd be like, "No, that stupid blah 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 isn't me," and it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, but you didn't have to go that
yeah, she's
far.
yeah, she's not like calling her ugly or anything. It's just like, bro, I am not like that.
Yeah, but it's interesting that she decided to flat out attack these people because they didn't believe her. And so it's like, okay, that must mean we have like criminal witches out there.
Yeah. Yeah, like people who, petty thieves and stuff like that, people who
Well,
get
no, no,
magic and then they
more than that, it's just like murderers, like
yeah.
witch murderers. That's another
Uh,
threat that could show up in the story.
yeah. Yeah, unless like her plan was to like scare them. Like maybe this wasn't like I doubt it, but like I can see this being a thing where it's like I'm gonna go be Discaris and then like if anyone challenges me, I'm gonna like shoot like a fucking hippo magic at them. But I'm not really gonna hurt them, but like they're gonna run away and then I'm gonna get away with my dine and dash or whatever.
Well, I'm not trying to say she specifically is a murderer, but
Yeah, yeah.
up until this point, all of the witches we have seen have been a part of this one society. And, we haven't seen any of them break any rules. Like they're all goody two shoes. But,
Yeah.
with this chapter, we get introduced to a thief witch. And, you can go so much deeper than just a witch who steals.
Yeah, it's nice to get some human conflict. We definitely been needing this. So it's like it starts off with the witch, and then it ends with the magic keepers, and it's like the magic keepers I imagine are going to be kind of like our they're the checks and balances. So they're keeping the witches in check, making sure they do things correctly. They're probably auditing and stuff like that. But like having it show us that people like I said, witches can be, fucking criminals and petty thieves and stuff like that. It definitely adds layers because I think for the most part, a lot of people just kind of assumed it would just be like the witches were the good guys and then they would fight the bad guys, which are the magics. But like throwing in other humans in the mix is like a nice twist. Besides, like, oh yeah, this guy is doing the right thing the wrong way, but like I'll just show him my way, kind of like Gokuraku. It was like Gokuraku was the only like example I think, as far as I can remember, of a human who wasn't like who was more leaning on the witch's side. He's using magic tools and he's against the magics, but he's like not with the witches. And but they ended up like converting him. But like if we know that there's potential for other witches to do evil things, and yeah, that puts a lot of um possibilities in where this story can go. And I'm super for that.
Oh, another side note to reinforce what you were saying earlier with her just trying to scare people away. She definitely was, because if she was trying to kill someone, Ichi would have jumped in.
True. Yeah, death for death would have
Death
triggered
for
and
death
he would have
just appears in
yeah,
her face.
he would have fucking lopped that fucking. Yeah, I wonder, has he done that with like humans before though?
Um,
I mean, there's like, has anyone put him in a position where he felt threatened?
well,
I can't remember.
I'm
Well,
assuming that the death for death just works on him feeling their bloodlust, and
yeah,
people kill too. So
yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be targeted, directed at him. Just if he feels like someone is will kill, then he'll jump on it. Okay.
yeah, it's like how he sensed the world hater magic without actually knowing it was a magic. It was just he felt
Yeah.
the bloodlust off of him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that lets us know that she was probably just doing this to like create a smoke screen or whatever, but Buddy with the twin swords just kind of dispatched that shit immediately.
Yeah, I mean the introduction of weapons that can absorb magics is cool because it's like, all right, you can't kill them, so this is literally the next best thing. But what are the limitations on that weapons? Like, is it a temporary prison where eventually they'll be released out of it? Do they have to transport them somewhere to keep them locked up? Because they do seem to be like a magic police force.
Yeah, but and also how does that work? Because like, does that mean that because if that was her magic and he slurped it up in the sword, does that mean that she just doesn't like could if he did this to the real Discaris, like would she lose one of her magics? Like, is that how that works? Like, it's really I mean, that feels like how, police and like checks and balances works. Like, I'm gonna take this thing away from you because you're using it improperly or whatever. I'm not gonna let you like abuse this power. But like,
Yeah.
does he just, like you say, he can't kill the magic, but does that just is he just put it in a Pokeball? Like, is it in timeout right now?
That's what it seems like, at least.
Yeah, because it's like he didn't complete a trial, but also like Magics. Yeah, how do magics work after their trial's been completed? Like if you do a lot of damage to one of Discaras's magics, like what happens to it? Because like it's not giving you a trial. Its trial has already been completed and it's been captured. So now what happens if you do like major damage? Does it just like fade away and it goes back into her magic circle? But like this guy seems to have like a Luigi's Mansion vacuum sword. Like what? There's some questions here for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like those are some of the questions that don't necessarily get brought up and asked until a specific situation occurs.
Yeah.
Like for example, I could see next chapter Ichi goes up to them and is like, "Hey, how does that work?" And then they explain it.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ichi's definitely the type to want to know stuff like that. And then like they got these cool tools, so he'll probably want like to get something else himself. Like, oh yeah, I'd love to have something like that. Like because the swords is cool. He's probably just immediately gonna think the kid with the two swords is cool,
Yeah,
and they'll probably have like a an interesting like relationship, being that he's the first male witch. They probably are used to, fucking policing witches, and now having like a witch that's, P standing up. It's like a whole different situation. It's like, because you talk to people differently. Like they probably talk to the women differently, and consider things like their feelings more and stuff like that, or maybe not, because the witches are the ones that are super powerful and dangerous. So it's like it's really really a lot of questions that we got for this bit. I can't wait to see what the next chapter is like.
yeah. It's still going to be another chill chapter, but it's going to give us a lot more lore into this world, and I will never complain about that.
Yeah, for sure. The world building has definitely gained some beef with this one. We got the magic keepers, and just adding them and showing that there's potentially bad bad witches is just a very good touch. Expand that world for me, baby.
Yeah,
But it's mostly a chill chapter. Discaras basically got put on punishment. They're going on a fucking shopping spree, and we meet two silly guys, or one silly guy and a short guy.
a
But yeah,
silly
this
guy
is
and a
cool.
short guy.
Yeah, this is cool. Executing judgment. He takes his two swords and he does the Levi fucking twin blade spin down the fucking hippo. Cut that bitch straight in half and then suck it up into the swords.
Yeah, this guy's going to be a real threat whenever he has to fight against something serious.
Yeah. Man, like imagine we get like just an arc where it's like, all right, Ichi, your next mission, go somewhere with these two dudes. It is just Ichi like Bob, so he doesn't like Discaras don't get to go or anything. Ichi and these dudes, and it's like proving himself or whatever.
I can see it happening.
Yeah. Either way, it's like we gotta see these two dudes and more than I can see the like the arc going a little longer, and then it's like, okay, we're heading out. Like everything's on the up and up, and then we're heading out, and then like we see them again later when they like appear in like a major arc or something. But I don't know. I wonder how long this kind of like intermission period arc is gonna go for.
Uh, Probably, 3 to 5 chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's just we don't have any kind of hints at like what the next major arc is gonna be, but like we'll get it in like two or
Yeah,
three
we'll get there.
chapters. Yeah, but I think I'm squeezed for this one. You got any other thoughts?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. Met some cool characters and had some laughs. But if we missed anything, let us know down below, and we'll be here next week to talk more about Ichi Baby. That was Ichi the Witch, chapter 77, the 77th Hunt Gate Crashers. Now jumping into Kineto's Magic, chapter 10, Invasion. This was a fucking an unexpected chapter, bro. I was not expecting anything like this. Like I thought we would get the council thing, and we did, and that was great. I love that moment. But the end of the chapter was huge. I mean, the whole chapter was huge. Um, I I want to know how you feel, but I personally feel like this was probably the best chapter that Kineto's has had to me. But also, it felt like it was quick, but it was good. It was like a good quick. It's like weird. But how you feel? I'll
I
elaborate later.
liked I like this chapter, but the end of it kind of had the opposite effect on me. The end of it I still thought was good, but it was scary because I started getting flashbacks to Odor of the Flame. Uh, because this does feel like it'd be something that come much later. Like just last week, I was saying it'd be cool to see him using magic on himself to where it's like powering him up.
Mhm.
And then this chapter we get it, and it just feels like we got to this point really quickly.
Yeah. That was the only thing I think was bad because it like I feel like we knew at some point he was gonna do it. Like he's got to use magic on himself, and then he does, and he has like this Deku moment, and it's like, whoa, okay. So like, it's cool that you get your hero moment. I like that it didn't actually do much to the guy, and I'm hoping that there's major drawbacks here so that he can't immediately do it again. But like, I feel like this didn't need to happen this soon. Like this feels more like a chapter 30 type development or something. Um, and it's just like the council stuff was great, and then the way the new villain group appeared in the town, it really it made me happy and excited because in the previous chapter, remember I was saying I felt like it ended too suddenly, and my like gripe was that like we found Ibis, and then the next chapter opens up with us at a party, and then it felt like it moved quick, and they did do a flashback, and then they show what happened or whatever, but then it was over, and it felt like this arc kind of like came and gone or whatever. Like it was too easy. But then these guys appear, and it's like, okay, the arc isn't actually over. There's a little more, and like I don't know how long this conflict is gonna go, but this to me felt like the arc that we thought was over after 3 chapters is actually going to be 7 or 10 chapters. It's like, surprise surprise, you guys think everything's sweet, but we're here to blow up the city and cause havoc and do all this other cool stuff, and it's like I like these guys.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
love their introduction.
Like if the mangaka is listening to our podcast,
Huh.
we are not writers. We don't know how to write. We just guess and say things would be hype with no, well, I mean, we do think about it, but not like professional thoughts about it. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to it.
Yeah,
It just feels like you're listening to us at this point.
because we were saying things that didn't like it kind of happened, but yeah, the him doing the power up thing was the only part about it that I was like, it felt like he like I still think he's in like he's got a good direction for where he wants to go, but that part felt like the editor was like, "What if you put your foot on the gas a little bit and like go, you're going 35 miles per hour. What if you went 50 right here?" And it's just like he added a little extra spice in there. He dropped a couple of chili peppers in that fucking banana smoothie that the mangaka was making to spice it up. It was like, whoa, we didn't need to have him do that,
It got a little
but
too
like,
spicy.
yeah, it's like it'd be cool if it don't go nowhere. Like if it ends up being kind of like a Naruto situation where they're like, you probably shouldn't do too many more Rasen Shurikens, buddy, until you bulk
Yeah.
up or something. Cause like even he was saying like I shouldn't do this or whatever. I can't control it when I use it on myself. It's too much of a burden. So like after this, if he's laid on the ground and his fucking eyes, like his pupils go white, and he's like, and they're like, Kinato, like we gotta get him to a doctor, but he's the doctor. Is like, I want there to be a situation where he does it. He's not fucking 100% full cowling in every fight after this. Like he needs to understand the drawback and take responsibility for like potentially throwing his life away here. Like, yeah, it's good to be a hero, but like if you break your body with your own ability or jump headfirst into the devil or whatever and get killed, it's like you can't save people anymore, bro. You're done. Your hero days are over if you just kill yourself or get yourself killed. You got to be smart. But
Yeah, but back to the beginning of the chapter with the council. I do like the relationship between what's her name? Does it say her name? The old lady?
does it say her name?
I
I feel
don't think
like it.
so.
Do it say? They don't say anyone's name, does it? It says
Except for
okay. Yeah, we
Jin,
got Gian, and then he mentions the person beside him is in the what's the guild called? The Half
Seraph
Dead.
Wings. Oh,
No, no, yeah, the Half Dead, and then Seraph Wings.
well, the old lady and the leader of the Seraph Wings, their relationship is cool. I mentioned that it reminded me of Luffy and Nami, and this is apparently the One Piece reference video. Um,
Well, wait, I think the Seraph Wings leader is the dude beside Jian. Or no, the dude beside the kid beside Jian. The one with the mask.
is it? Because I thought it was the old guy.
No, no, yeah, because I think they showed him before when they talked about the Seraph Wings. I think the masked dude is the leader of the Seraph Wings, and then yeah, because the kid beside Jian is looking. I'll spar with you too, Seraph Wings leader, and then like he doesn't say anything
Wait, where's that at?
on page 4.
One, two, three.
Yeah, he like turns over to the dude with the mask and goes like, "I'll spar with you too," but he just never says anything.
Oh, see, I read that as he was talking to the old guy, because then the old guy said, "Heard you started your own guild, huh?"
Yeah, but that's he's talking to Gian there, so he's like those two are multiple people are having
Yeah, yeah,
conversations or whatever.
you're right.
Yeah, yeah. I got big like Garp energy off of the old guy, the chairman or whatever. That's who I
Yeah.
like immediately saw.
And no, I can see that too. But my favorite is definitely the ninja samurai lady.
Yeah, we'll take fucking cool samurai skull on the belt and fucking rope on the back or whatever that is, the tied ropes, and then boobies. We take that all day. Samurai, whatever she is. She's cool. All these characters look cool and they look fun. Like I like the one dude who's just like, why do I gotta be here? I want to go home. Like everyone's this. Wait, it's supposed to be 12. They got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. So they're missing 3. The Council of 12 is missing 3 people.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder why, what their deal is. Yeah, I think this is a very good chapter, and it was a good idea to have a moment like this, introduce a bunch of powerful characters, and then start to get the gears turning, and people to start wondering, what is going to be the conflict in this story. And they're talking about cases of magic users disappearing. It's like, okay, that's cool. So it's not just monsters. It could be these could be monster related, but then like you go a few more pages and like, oh, okay, now we got this bad guy organization, and we know that Sid was probably working with somebody or whatever, because like the Seraph Wings were hired to come here. And you still here? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I thought my fucking internet went out because my power went out earlier. But yeah, like we know that the Seraph Wings were hired to come here and fuck up the shit, get in the way of what Ibis was doing, so that like Sid and his people could like mine the rocks or whatever and make a profit. But who sent Sid? Like who is Sid under? And if he's under these guys, it's like, okay, they're under someone too, because she talks about who. She says who like twice. And it's like these character designs are cool. This manga could definitely fucking just hits it out of the park with the female character design, bro. Like I love bro every girl that he's drawn, like especially this like not Mina from Deadlock character who
Yeah, I was
is
thinking the same thing.
yeah, like I was
Like a
like Mina.
mixture between Mina and Graves.
Yeah, bro. Like I love her already. Yeah, like I love both of their character designs, and I saw her. I said, yeah, this for me right here. Like every character design, I'm just like that's for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, and then dude on the left reminds me of Rethadiah from Ranger. He had the dog executive, and he
Yeah,
had like the fucking person in the cocoon, which I'm pretty sure there's people in these raps. I think.
he's just smacking people with people.
Yeah, beat you with Charles or whatever he said.
The
Um,
chick on the right reminds me of someone from Hunter x Hunter, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, I feel like she reminds me of someone too, and I can't think of who. Well, there was a character in another manga that I was reading recently. I forget what it was called. Let me see. I think I
Uh,
got a picture on my actually, I can send it to you. I'll send it. From Kagura, if anyone has read Kagura. Actually, this chick's way more fun, actually. So I just sent Traffy a picture of just goddamn. Yeah, but Kagura. That's a manga. If you want fucking beautiful women and tall, muscular women, go read Kagura. It's Kagurai. That shit's cool.
All
And
right,
it's just
podcast is ending. I gotta go read it now.
it's just beautiful women, and they just be throwing hands and cool stuff. There's like demons and stuff, and it's cool. But she reminded me of that because there's a character from Kagura who has like she's a bunny, like um she's like a half rabbit humanoid or whatever, and she wears like the fishnet stockings, and so her legs look the similar or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, it reminds me of her. But like the mask design and then the belts on the chest and the
in the
fucking
hair.
fur, yeah, like she's cool looking. I don't know, like is it me or have we been working too much lately? Like she wants to relax. I feel like people who dress like this, or I don't know, because like she's got the legs, it's like business up top and party down bottom. I was gonna say they usually are like, I don't know, like they want to like do some witch doctor shit. Like this kind of gives me like witch doctor mask vibes or whatever, but it's not like pointy. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but then Mina kisses dude and I guess murders him. Like she fucking vampire kisses him.
I am curious about like what her magic ability is, because like is she, destroying his insides, melting them, sucking them out? Like, what exactly is happening here?
Yeah, because she doesn't have any blood or anything on her. Like his face looks like he's bleeding from his eyes and his mouth and stuff. Like it looks like he
Probably
might be
some
bleeding.
poison,
Yeah, maybe she put poison in his mouth when she kissed him or
or
something.
she has
But
like
like,
poison magic.
oh, okay, yeah, poison magic or some sort of like essence drain, vitality drain, something like that. I
I've
don't know,
got poison ivy in this manga.
man. He can draw whoever the fuck he want if the women gonna be looking this bad, bro. Like I can't deal. Like every female character just looks so good, and
Even the
then
old lady.
bro, even the old lady, yeah, Granny, yeah,
Why'd you say
I
it like
love.
that? Granny.
Granny. Yeah. Nah, I love this chapter, man. It's just it felt like right on time, but also quick. So it was like a weird kind of like I read it and I was like, man, this is my favorite chapter of the series so far. But like, why is Kidito doing his magic on himself already?
Yeah, we need the next chapter. We need to see how they kind of work with this.
Yeah. And like, bro, he looks literally like Deku. Like if you removed all the like speech bubbles and you like just posted that panel of him punching, like niggas would think, oh yeah, he's reading My Hero. Like this shit's peaked. Let me know when you get to My Villain Academia. Like people would just be saying shit, not realizing it ain't My Hero. Like he literally looks like Deku right there.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I'm fine with it. His design is cool. He doesn't always look like him, so it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with fucking spiking up and looking like him occasionally. He's cool. He's a cool kid, and like he tried the medicine ball, but bro was like, "Nah, get that weak shit out of here." It's like I love that. I was like, he needed that. Like he got knocked across the field. Dude's like a colorless. Like, why they got this fuck nigga in the field? Like, bro, like y'all really bringing colorless ranks to missions and shit. Like, what's going on?
They
It
got to
did
get
get it to him.
experience somehow.
Yeah, I guess. But it was funny. And but yeah, man, I'm super for it, bro. Villain organization and fucking council meetings with a bunch of cool character designs and just art continuations. Just this shit just hit so many points for me because, like I said, I was just feeling some type of way about that previous, like the arc ending, and then boom, it's not ending, bitch. It's still going, and fucking what's the dude name? Talus is fucking firing his arrow at Scully Dog dude, and we got fucking just cool shit, man. I
Yeah, very cool
just gushing.
chapter.
Yeah, just gushing, man. I'm here for it. So I'm ready for the next one. And I need to see the volume cover and I need Kineto's to sell fucking
Billion.
Kineto million, yeah.
Kinato
Kinetillion.
million.
Yeah. Quintillion chapters, man. So you got anything else for this one?
Nah, that's it for me.
All right, yeah, we got some mystery, we got some meeting, we got some baddies, we got villains, we got all that good shit, and Kineto don't do that shit again. But that was Kineto's Magic Baby, Chapter 10, Invasion. Now jumping into our final manga segment of the night, baby, is Big Bachi of the Kagura variety, Chapter 117, Irishima Talks. And how you feeling, Traffy?
I I don't know why. but I feel like we're being lied to about the exact details that happened on this day. Even though it's showing everything like clearly, I don't know. There's just something in me that's saying this isn't exactly how this went. Um, but to actually go through this chapter, we get a bit more lore in regards to the Soga clan and the Mikaboshi and how they opposed each other. And it's cool because it's setting up like this this exposition through a conversation between two people about what's currently about to happen on this island, um, with the meeting between them and what we're assuming and come to find out are the Mikaboshi. Um, and how basically the Mikaboshi had the power to command insects, and all we see is this caterpillar that looks just like Soga's, and he's just as I am reading it, I'm thinking like, how do we get from here to Soga just wiping them all out?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of questions, and like these guys appear and they got real aura.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then to be fair, the four that show up from Japan show up and they got real aura too.
Yeah. This was honestly just a fucking orgasmic or orgasm of a chapter, bro. Like I was reading this, fucking 11 in the morning, and I was like, okay, okay, okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Like, what is what dog? Like how they allow this? Like Hokazono, what are you on, bro? Like this chapter was just so cool. Like we got we got history stuff and fucking talking about predictions and all that, and then we get fucking dude with no legs who was the first to come in close to combat with the people from the island, and he's talking about their Japanese, and it's like, man, we're learning so much about these people that yeah, it definitely feels like we're being lied to. I don't know if we're being lied to in the flashback. I want to say everything that happens in the flashback is the truth, but like it's different, I think, from what the people in the present time are saying.
I
Um,
I don't know because like how would these people who were basically underwater know about the priestess who can foretell the future? How would they know that Japan already has some Datenseki and where they're expecting it to show up? um, it just feels like they have information they shouldn't have, and so it's like, is there reconnaissance going on? Is there a mole? Where do they have this information if this is accurate?
They probably definitely have a mole along with like the Datsun Seki just having, unknown capabilities. Like they're talking about an island just being underwater or whatever for who knows how fucking long. It's like they probably built some sort of breathing apparatus or something. Like they probably have like the lost city of Atlantis just in a snow globe or some shit underwater and just been living there with Datsun Seki power.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like
It's just it is calling into question everything we know about the story, because on top of getting the backstory to how we got to where we are also getting backstory from way, way, way in the past. And it's 2 plus 2 does not equal 4 in this case.
yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of questions, and I'm super happy to be just in this arc. Like this is one of those chapters where excuse me, it's one of those chapters where you do what I did and you just go into a random fucking group chat and be like, you niggas need to be reading Kagurabachi right now. That's all. And just leave. Like I sent that in like two group chats and didn't elaborate. Nobody listened to me, of course. But like this is some shit you don't want to be missing, man. Like, you
No,
know, like
this is the perfect lead up into what's about to happen, and I am extremely hyped for the next chapter.
yeah, like I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is probably my chapter of the week, man. Like when like I'm flipping through and then like they're talking about the meetup, and the fucking boat explodes, and they're talking about like a clan or whatever was abolished, yada yada. And dude's like, "What?" He turns around, look at the boat, and then like behind him is all these like niggas dressed in black, and then they're fucking like where did they come from? Why is this chair floating? Why they dress like this? Like when
That's
I first seen these dudes, I was like, is that Yura? Like I'm thinking Yura's one of them.
pretty sure
Somebody
that's
else.
like their submarine behind them.
Yeah, it looks like a whistle or like a fucking. Did you see Made in Abyss or Remade in Abyss?
Um, yes,
They did you know like the process for how people became like or how people got white whistles or whatever?
I don't remember.
Okay. I
This
can't
was
remember
this was
fully either.
several years ago.
Yeah, I think that shit's still going. It's been dead ass like 8 years since I read it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the white whistle was created with like human remains or whatever, and people like they were the legendary like delvers did that. But this looks like a whistle to me, or like a seashell or something. Somebody said it reminded them of Dune, which I haven't seen or read yet. But this like character introduction was Dune like. Um, I guess there was a spaceship or something that looked like this. But yeah, like this is giving me crazy. I'm feeling like it's
What
like a whale heart or something. I don't know. Like what the fuck is this?
what is with the Dune references going on in Kagurabachi? Because last week I was saying, what if Chihiro turns out to be the Lisan Al Gaib?
Yeah, that wait, I don't yeah, I haven't seen or read Dune, so I don't understand Dune references. I'll need to change that soon. Nobody say anything in the
Just
comments. I don't
watch the
need that.
movies. Well,
Yeah.
read the books, but also watch the movies.
Yeah, I'll do something. But yeah, like they pull up and bro, like did you play Halo?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy in the chair reminded me of like the prophets, the way
Uh,
they like would sit in the floating chairs and just be ugly
yeah.
as shit.
I see that.
Yeah, and then he's got like these cool like twins besides like surrounded by faux dudes. And then just bro, the guy in the chair, dog, like the aura off the chain, like the charts insane. Like who like he reminded me of Zoto, but also like Aizen, and also just like I don't know, a lot of other characters. Like this whole like hand gesture that he goes does when he like the people are dead and the dude he's panting and sweating and breathing hard, and he's just like he motions them to have a seat, and I was like, dog, that's hard as fuck.
Yeah. It,
Like, yo,
I'm not
deep
going to make the
breaths.
reference again. Just go ahead.
Deep bro, he's talking to through it. Yeah, deep breaths. We'll be needing you. Like, dog, what is this? Like, this shit just honestly killed me in the morning, bro. He looks so cool, and he's just so calm. Murdered, just two dudes murdered easy. Boat blown up, no problem. And he's like, "You're gonna do this thing for me or whatever." I believe we made ourselves clear. If you refuse, we'll fucking use force. And then we found
Little.
out this.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Little did they know Sheba was nearby.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely thought that like some elite force got wiped out on the ship, and I was like, "Damn, they really shit on us like that." And then I guess we sent reinforcements, but no, it's like four sorcerers were on board the Haruma, and then find out that Sheba was one of them. I was like, "Oh, okay." So like real shit about to happen, and then Sheba's crew pulls up, bruh. This chapter was just
Sheba
too much.
and two Soga clan members.
Yeah, nah, this too much, bro. And Shuji, I guess that's Haibara's name,
Yeah,
Shuji Mashira.
I assume so. I don't think he's a Soga.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, but these guys, everybody looks serious. And then he like he stopped like the dude is like I think sliding over the like fucking paper to like, these are our terms, sign them and we won't like fucking go crazy. And then I guess Sheba is teleports in and like stops the slide
Yeah,
or whatever. It pushes it back like you want to get out of here, bro.
we don't want that. Just go.
Yeah, we're not agreeing to those terms. You should go home now, bro. This shit was just too good, bro. I honestly just it was just too much aura, bro. Like my brain didn't even work when I read this chapter.
Yeah. Getting to this last spread was just something else.
Yeah. So people were talking about the guy's cloak. I don't know much about like Japanese history. I fucking did not give a fuck about history in class when I was in school, so I never really paid attention to history. But they were talking about the like symbol on this guy's back is like the symbol of like the rising sun or something for like Imperial Japan, and they were like saying that Hokuzono they're gonna like kill Hokuzono or something because apparently like that's not. I guess that's like the Nazi flag, but for Japan or something. You know anything about that?
Yeah, but that I don't know if I would really consider that.
Somebody's
I
gonna like if
wouldn't.
you don't want to say it, yeah, somebody's
To
gonna
me, it looks
probably.
more like a fan.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first too, because it's like it reminds me of the Uchiha fan or whatever, and it was like to fan the flames, their technique or whatever. It's kind of like a family thing, but like I mean, Hokuzono has been throwing in them politicals in there, so it's like I could see it being a thing.
Well,
Um,
and to be fair, Soga kind of genocided an entire people. So,
yeah, yeah. This is one that I'm just gonna have to do some research on because I'm not educated on this topic. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment and fucking drop a whole passage on what it is and what I should know. So I appreciate you ahead of time if anybody does that because I don't know what we should or shouldn't say about this because I don't know. But yeah,
yeah,
I saw people reacting to it in a way that said like Japanese fans were probably not going to be happy with Hokuzono based on this, and like I took that as like this is something similar to like just putting a Nazi symbol on like a cool character's back in like an American comic or something. But I
yeah.
could be I could be way off.
I don't know. I still don't see it, but you know
Yeah,
that
but
might just be a me thing.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, cool chapter. Dude with his legs missing is just killing me, yo. We got fucking like eyewitness,
So you
testimony
laugh at the
from.
handicapped?
No, but
What's
it's
wrong
just
with
like
you?
it was just funny to see in the story where people are like doing this kind of thing. There's swordsmen, and then we got enchanted blades, and then dude, the first person to come in contact with these fucking mysterious beings loses his fucking below his kneecaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about it made me laugh. But yeah, this is a good chapter, and they're here for the Dot and Seki and your lands. Like what man? The war broke out after this too. Like okay,
How
the
you gonna
battle
try
on
to take
Irishima began.
Tokyo or
Yeah,
parts of
like
Tokyo?
yeah, like are y'all high? Japan must see Chiba, Kanagawa, and Tokyo areas that could yield dot and Seki veins in the coming millennia. But like millennia is what, 1,000 years, right? Like that's a long time. Millennia?
Yeah, because the century is 100, so a millennia is 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 years. It's like, bro, that's kind of like, we could just say that shit and then like we could just agree to it for now and then say fuck them in 10 years. Like we just develop the way to blow them off the map. Like when I saw the millennia, I was like, nigga, that's like, dog. Today is one thing. Like, fuck. If they're not making a move for 1,000 years, like maybe these guys are, like maybe they can live for that long or something. Like this one guy has been alive for like 500 years. It's like okay, so he will actually come in and like collect on that. But like when I saw that, I was like, bro, these niggas are not gonna be alive in a 1,000 years. So like none of this shit matters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get all philosophical there, so I'm gonna just drop
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, this was one of them chapters. It was a lot to chew on. We got some cool shit, a lot of lore, and just the fucking hand gesture to sit and telling that nigga to take deep breaths should wipe me out, bruh. This dude's too cool. I cannot wait to see these niggas fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Sunday can't come fast enough.
yeah, and like the whistle boat thing, like whatever that is, and like oh my god, what if that thing is like. What if that's what like Flame Bone is like a part of? Like because Flame Bone, like when Hiyuki uses it, she says like Flame Bone, let me, uh grant me permission to use, up to a rib or something, and like she uses like an arm and shit like that. It's like this thing kind of looks bony. What if this is some sort of entity and they after this war
And they stole
This
it.
yeah, they stole it and they could only like manage to, contract out like certain like limits of its power. And it's like Hiyuki is someone who's kind of like siphoning energy from this like fucking entity. Man, yeah, I need to know more, bro.
Give us more right now.
Yeah.
Hokuzono, don't wait for Sunday. Release it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. And like, man, we don't get hand-to-hand fights. Like everything in this story so far has been like sword stuff besides like Azumi's fight, but like I need to see this dude throw hands. Like he might do sword stuff, but like this dude, he looked like he got hands. I need to see him punch somebody's head off, yeah, or
Whoa.
something.
Don't do that.
Yeah, because he's the bad guy. I don't want to see my guys die, but man, like, come on, bro. Everybody's too tight. Like
Yeah.
the cast is just too hard right now. These
So am
niggas
I.
brought
Oh, wait.
yeah, bricky. They brought these expensive leather couches out to a fucking beach,
You
and
gotta meet in style.
yeah, yeah. No, this is fire, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say besides it's fire.
Uh,
But
Same.
I guess I'll pack it up, man. You got anything else for this one?
That's it.
All right, baby, that's gonna do it for Kagurabachi, chapter 117, the Irishima talks. All right, before we get on up out of here, as usual, we gotta do our chapter of the week and read some of the comments from last week. So, I guess I'll start. I feel like I normally ask you and Knox which our chapter of the week are first. So I'm gonna be fair and go first this time. Man, this was a tough week, dog. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is one of the hardest weeks ever. Like, I feel like the easy like no brainer, like everyone's gonna be like, why isn't he just spitting out Bachi? Like Kagurabachi's it was nuts, dog. Like that, the horrific moments at the end were just crazy. Like that was just it was too much, dog. Like it's all over the walls. It's everywhere. Like my wife is
Yeah.
hollering to tell me mop the walls now.
Oh
So
god.
Bachi was crazy, but like Ranger went crazy too, and Kineto's was nuts, and just like everything was good, man. Like when I was reading Jump, I was just like, wow, everything is really like nailing it. Like I love the Ichi chapter. It was super fun and funny. We got new characters who look cool and fun. And Shangri-La Frontier was goaded, and Centuria was fire. A lot of people are not fucking with Centuria still. I see a lot of people nitpicking it and talking shit about it on timeline, but we gonna feel
Stop it.
about that. Yeah. But Ranger, man, Ranger was tough. It's for me, it's between Ranger, Bachi, and Kineto's, because Kineto's really went hard. IMO this week. It did a lot for me for a brand new series. I think it was a really fucking good chapter, the best one it's had so far. But man, Ranger's so tough, bro. It's Ranger was really good, but the Bocce stuff, bro. I think I'm gonna go with Bocce. It's Bocce for me, man. What about you?
So mine is actually in between Centuria, Ranger, and Bachi. Ranger because Ranger's back. What the hell? And we're starting a new arc and things are heating up and
Yeah,
it feels kind of unfair to pick Ranger because there's 3 chapters to pick from when everyone else has well, Dandadan had 2, but
yeah.
everyone else
Right.
had 1. I really like the writing in Centuria's chapter. Like the writing was just so strong for so many characters. But I think I gotta go with Bachi too.
Yeah, Bocce was just too strong, man. Like the aura, the way dude sat there and was like, "You can have a seat now." Like that did it right now. Like that moment did it for me, dog. And then Sheba pull it up like, nah, you take your contract back, brother. Get on up out here. Take that weak shit on with you. Get on. What you seen? You seen? Man, I wish Doc was here because he know exactly what the fuck I'm trying to say. You seen Snowfall,
I started it, but I haven't even finished the first season.
bro? This was a Jerome moment. If anybody's seen Snowfall, you know what type of shit I'm talking about, man. Jerome was on that shit, and that's what it felt like. Sheba was all like, "Get the fuck out of here, little nigga." Like it felt like Sheba was just dismissive of it. Is whew, yeah, chapter of the week, man. Kagurabachi, the biggest bachi. So and go ahead straight into comment. I was wondering why, and I forgot because we had Doves on with us last week. So shout out to Secret Doves. A lot of commenters were commenting on his appearance. So shout out to y'all. There was some funny ass comments in here too, like "Thank you, panel focus." Huh? Panel focus? Yeah, because you focus on panels. All right. like when I read that, I had like completely forgot about it for a moment. And I was like, "Oh shit, that was the fucking Chainsaw Man meme or
That shit
whatever."
had
So
me
this is
dying.
yeah, that shit cooked me, yo. And then people recommended some manga or whatever. Someone recommends Make the Exorcist Fall in Love. Um it's like bi-weekly though, man. So it's like it's good, but we can't do it because it's bi-weekly. Don't ask about Ranger Reject. Um there's what we got Kamugi starting to train with Ichi was a really good moment. Start with the basics, girl and grow from there. Yeah, shout out to W Hawkins, MW. Yo, it's Hawkins. I know that guy. What up, baby? But yeah, really need some Kamugi action. I'm happy that she got in there. Let's see. Oh, Ollie at Ollie.Williams5. I think there was a point where I feel like it was me that was talking about Ichi and Denji. Oh, yeah, I was talking about how they both were like dog like in the same week or whatever. And then they said it's funny because Ichi and Denji share a Japanese voice actor in the manga dub over voice thing they did for the production for
Oh,
Ichi. They had a voice actor or whatever, so it was the same voice actor. So that was cool.
yeah.
That was bonus points for me. Um, Let's see, at Ikato4337, addressing Pencilgon Spear. Addressing Pencilgon Spear. She did show it off back before when she helped Sanraku with making Bilak becoming an ancient craftsman. So we knew about these wish/hero weapons, but she just gave us more info here. And we know from way back from when she was familiar with curse dolls, thanks to a supposed shaman back when Ashura Kai was actually good. So I guess it would have been like a hex debuff. Okay, yeah, we were talking about the cursed doll and stuff like that. And if we had seen this particular spear before,
Yeah.
yeah. And I remember excuse me, the yawns. It's almost over, baby. The I think is the shaman that you're referring to the one when Sunraku got the card, like the tarot card, the fool or whatever. Is that what that was, or was it another time before then? I can't remember.
I can't either, so comments are
Yeah.
gonna have to answer that one.
Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna do one or two more. We got at Blackhand531. He goes, "Yo, Yura said he told the future, didn't he?" To Samura. Yura also had the same marks on his face as Soga's sister, and yeah, I'm mad I didn't like think of that. So maybe, oh man, I meant to say that in the Bachi segment. Like, what if like this is kind of like an Ichi the Witch situation? I think they said that the prophet, what's the word for a female prophet, prophetess
The
or whatever? I think is it they're not calling her prophet.
Oracle,
What is oracle? But what are they calling her specifically in Bachi?
a
Um
priestess.
Priestess, yeah, okay. What if all the yeah, obviously a priestess will be a female, but like what if like this whole like fortune teller prediction thing is limited to like female characters, but Yura is also from that clan, but he was kind of in a similar like Ichi the Witch similar situation where like because they were talking about like it like happening to her and making it sound like it was out of the ordinary, like maybe she wasn't someone who would normally be, worthy of becoming a priestess or something. So I was thinking like, what if like after she died or whatever, like whatever happened, like whatever gift she had transferred to him and he's like an anomaly since he's a male and he can see the future maybe or something.
So this is actually the Dune reference for Chihiro being the Lisan Al Gaib,
Oh,
because he gets powers that typically only female characters have.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
And that could
basically,
be
your theory, but with Chihiro instead of Soga.
okay. So then, yeah, because he would definitely have the Soga blood from his mom. Yeah, this is interesting stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see more Bachi. But I mean, Yura does have those dots. So like, what is Yura's deal? Like, we got to know more about Yura. But right now, Buddy is just being used as a fucking spare set of underwear for Soga, as far as we know. Yeah, I can't wait to see like the crash out. Like what took Soga from this guy who was, the master swordsman wanting to rise up the ranks and stuff like that to fucking taking over Japan and wiping out everyone who would fucking oppose him. Yeah, this is big stuff.
Yeah.
Um
It's got to be a lot of death coming up.
yeah, for sure. And then let me see. I think I'll just read one more. What was this one? Okay. from at Spadero. I'm sorry for not being part of the Shangri-La Bros of the comment section. Shangri-La Bro here, but I read with the volumes. So now with the CSM replacement, I like Shinobi Undercover, but we already have 3 Jump series in the roster, even if Kinato is what it is. So they're not a Kinato fan, I guess. The most logical would be replacing Jump Plus by Jump Plus, which I agree. Witch River is not my favorite Jump Plus, but it ticks the boxes. It's pretty fun, pretty popular in the West, and it's sold pretty well with Volume 1, which means it's safer in the X and a good long-term investment. I agree. Big yeah, but I think Witch River sounds like a good replacement for Chainsaw Man in the roster, even if I'd be happy to see Shinobi Undercover, as you mentioned. Thanks for your work. Yeah, so shout out to you. Thanks for the comments, Federa. I think Witch River is a good candidate, and it'll probably be there, but we gotta talk it over a little more because I think there's some other prospects. That's probably the best one though. Just if it were my choice, gun to my head, I'd probably go with that. But I don't know what Traffy like. We haven't really talked about it yet. We're still working the kinks. Like I don't know how Traffy feels about it, and I don't know how Knox feels about it if he's read it at all. So we'll get there. So probably for the next like week or two, we probably just won't have a Chainsaw Man replacement, and then we'll just spit something out. If you got anything to say about that, you can, Traff.
Oh no, no. I like Witch Riff, but I do know that a lot of the other options that were on the table are newer series with less chapters, and we don't always want to talk about the biggest thing out, so discussions
Yeah.
need to be made.
Yeah, yeah, because like there's a series that people, if anyone has read it or has not seen it or heard of it, probably don't think I'm memeing. But the mangaka who had a series called Do Retry got axed like a year or two ago on Jump. He's back in Jump Plus now with a series called Blobtopia, and I think that's just fun. Like it's silly and it's not super serious, but I think it could go somewhere. So I'm following that, and it's Jump Plus, and I think it's a lot better than his last manga. So like it could, you never know, man. Like we don't have a replacement yet. I think Witch Riv is definitely more likely to be there, but like Blobtopia is fun, and then there's like another series called like Majni or something about some alien shit. It's like we either gonna have three magic manga or we're gonna have 3 alien manga. Like we're gonna have
We
a
need
bunch of shit.
sci-fi. I mean,
Yeah,
I
give
know
us.
aliens are sci-fi, but like when in comparison to something like Mad, which is
Yeah,
very it's like apocalypse sci-fi, but I'd be fine with a series that takes like it's in space.
yeah, yeah. If Mad was weekly, bro, it'd be a fucking shoe in, dog.
Yeah, it would have been in here already.
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple things where it's like if that shit was weekly, it'd be no fucking questions asked. Dog. Like Mad is too gas. But yeah, we just need a weekly Alita, bruh. Like somebody, please bring that shit, yeah. But so that's gonna do it for comments of the week. And as usual, baby, thank you all for watching. This was Shonen Post episode 58. Hopefully we didn't yap more than you would have liked. If you got any comments, drop them down below. We read them in our comments of the week section. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. I already said comment, but hit the share button if you know friends that read any of the manga that we talk about here, so that you can help us grow and we can afford McChickens for our family. We also got memberships set up and Patreons if you want to, spend $1 to help us out and stuff like that. Also, hit us up on Twitter or whatever.
Become a glazer today.
Yeah, that's insane. Don't look at our membership ranks, because you might find out that you are a glazer or something. But yeah, man, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Holla.